But and we're live.
Outer Haven.
Assemble. Dun, 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 dun. Woo! Ric Flair on their ass. All right, what's up, guys? Outer Haven here. We back. We back. Woo! Ric Flair. I'm just saying, yeah. What's up to everybody out there? For my 5 viewers. Today, me and Hebben are debating Conqueror's Haki. The two of us. So today's stream will be a bit more open to the public. I'm gonna put it in the comments, in the comment section, the chat. So if you guys want to hop in, feel glad to just jump in. But today we're gonna be talking about Conqueror's Haki. Who's got it?
Let's get some.
Who don't got it? Exactly. Who's got it? Who don't got it? Who should have it? Let us know, innit? Let us know. So I'm gonna put in the chat right now, and tell me how you feel, people.
You should have already put it in the chat. It should have already been there.
All right. Psychic man.
I'm trolling. I'm trolling.
Yeah, I was gonna say like. All right. And sorry for the little delay.
It's all Nikki's fault, you know. And Nikki, all right, I'll stop trolling. I don't want to ruin your mood.
Oh.
You there?
What? I'm there for you. For what the fuck was it? You're trolling the shit. Hey, wait, give me a second. Hey man, I'm trying to make this work out here. All right.
What's going on?
Hey. Oh, that's my bad. It's my bad. Don't worry. There we go. I thought that was you, to be honest. I thought you were talking to me twice over, but yeah.
Oh, you had the video.
Yeah, I had the video open. Yeah, and I was just like, why do you keep saying the same stuff to me you just said to me?
No, I'm not that.
Right.
I'm not that level of a troll.
Yeah, that's true. You know, that's true. Well, today, okay. So before we get to who should have Conqueror's Haki and who shouldn't, let's start with who definitely has it. All right. So today we got 44. My boy, what's up, 44?
Yo.
44's here. Everyone else will join soon enough.
Also, say who's Outer Haven? Who's Outer Haven?
Outer Haven is Nikki Bain Giants today. Yeah, that's me. But Outer Haven's everybody at the same time. You see those swords? That's everybody. So it could be any else at one time, but you know, you can tell by the voice. So to me today it's me. So there you go. So 44. Who definitely has Conquerors that we know
of? Luffy.
Yep. Luffy. Well, okay, Ace did have it, but he died. So that's a bit Pete.
So is it confirmed that Whitebeard has Conquerors?
Yeah, he said it in Marineford. He had Conquerors, right?
Did we see it?
Well, he couldn't do it because he was like bleeding to death. Like, but he does have Conquerors, yeah.
But that means we didn't see it.
No, but everyone knows he's got. Oh, are we doing this to shit? Like, come on, man. We know Whitebeard had Conquerors, right? That's not right. That's not.
Right. I'm stopping. All right.
No, okay, I was gonna say
just
it, man. Because we could argue. Okay, fine. Fuck it. We'll put that into another section of people who should have it. All right.
Yeah. Whitebeard has it. Yeah.
Okay, Big Mom has it definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Shanks has it definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Kaido definitely has it as well.
How do you know?
How
do you know?
Well, essentially, that kind of the presence he showed after he jumped off the fucking Sky Island and landed and beat up everybody.
But did people faint?
Well, they're not weaklings though, are they? So it's not like they're gonna faint. But they were shitting themselves one day.
There were some scrubs there. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but they were essentially crapping themselves. Like Conquerors doesn't mean you have to always be knocked out. It just means you're intimidated as well. I'm just saying.
I'm also busy in the chat. So,
Okay, cool. And Rayleigh definitely has it as well.
Yeah, really was the first one we saw. Like when he
Well,
no.
we saw Luffy use it first, actually. If you want to go about that, like
No,
that.
we saw it in the auction house. Oh wait, did Boa Hancock? Wait, did Hancock show Haki first? Maybe.
Oh yeah, she's got Conquerors as well. Yeah, Bo has Conquerors.
So
no, you're right. You're right. You're right. Rayleigh did show it first. You're right.
yeah, so yeah, he probably showed first. Hancock was only like talked about. Like remember when he was like in the auction room, he was like he looked and then shit went down.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Also, can we get monetized if I say shit went down? I don't think so. Like all these videos are not monetized because of me.
That's fine, man. That's fine. We don't monetize. We do it for the love of One Piece, man.
We have corner argument. Billy Bob says Shanks first. The seeking was the first time. Homies.
Oh, is okay? Is this true? Do you think this is? Well, yeah, we can say that's Conquerors. Yeah, I have to agree on that.
Honestly, I don't think Oda wrote it back then. But if we actually we have two perspectives from this. Logically, that is the first time we saw it. But was it intended by Oda? No.
Yeah, because to be honest, I think he made him. I don't know if he made a mistake, but the thing that Shanks is such a beast, where he lost his arm to like a fucking sea monster. It's not even like a sea king or anything. So that's
that's apparently he actually wasn't gonna write that. That was his editor said that like nothing significant happened, like no one got hurt or whatever in the first chapter.
Yeah.
And then he had to write it in. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was like he had to come up with something. Like he had to write something like that in.
Oh my days! Wow, that's good. That's a good.
Yeah, I mean you have to also remind yourself like this guy like is now super popular, but this was his first like his pilot chapter in One Piece.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't sure how it was gonna go, so essentially he had to like.
Yeah, he had to like listen to his like even like basically there was kind of his bosses. If you do what they say, then.
Okay. Well, okay.
Like even did you know that in Dragon Ball Z, the three forms that Cell has?
Yeah.
Like actually, he actually had his imperfect form only, but his editor said that he looked too ugly, so he drew like the semi-perfect form, and his editor said, "All right, it's better, but it's not perfect," you know. And then he had to. Yeah, he had to write it in like, all right, he's semi-perfect, he's not perfect, and then he made the final version. That was like good. So.
Is that the same thing with Frieza as well, or was it just for Cell?
Oh, I don't know about that. Could be though. Yeah. But Cell was pretty funny because even the naming like perfect, semi-perfect.
Yeah. Well, okay. It goes to show sometimes some weird kind of things happen, and you get some like kind of. It was actually kind of. I don't know how I feel about Shanks losing his arm. Like I think it's still cool, but at the same time, it's like he is the coolest one-armed man in all of anime. So.
You think he's the coolest man in anime?
Well, not one-armed man, because fuck Sasuke. Like I love Sasuke, but he ain't fucking cool as Shanks. But anyway, to go back to the point at hand, so we've got so we've listed already Luffy, Rayleigh, all the Yonko. Okay, now here we start getting debatable. The admirals, because to me, Akainu definitely must have conquerors.
You think all of them, including like the new ones?
I don't think all of them. I really think Akainu and Okiji definitely. Kizaru is just too much of a troll. Like I don't think he's so like, well, yeah. He doesn't give a shit. Like so, but Okiji and Akainu, they did fight super hard to become the fleet admiral. So essentially, they have like, because the way they explain conqueror is a trait of a conqueror. Is essentially they want to be the best at what they are. Like they have got they set a goal for themselves. They want to be the best, and essentially they're trying to become king. They're trying to essentially become a top of whatever field they're in. So
Wait, who?
like that. That's kind of what the way they explain conquerors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Essentially, like it's like only one in a million people have it.
Yes.
So and it's usually people who set out to get a certain goal essentially. So if you want to become a fleet admiral, I would assume you have it, because to me, people like Garp and Sengoku should have it as well.
So it's pretty much, if they like conquer, it's pretty much confirmed. Yonko means 4 emperors, so Yonko must have like conquerors, Haki.
But, no doubt.
But do you think that all admirals have it?
No, I don't think Fujitora has it, because his goal is a lot simpler than everyone else's. His goal is essentially he just wants to break up the kind of the warlord system. That's it. But someone like Okiji and Kainu, they wanted to become fleet admirals. You know what I mean? So, and I think your ambition has a lot to do with why you get Conqueror's Haki.
Yeah, that makes sense. If Akainu and Aokiji have Conquerors, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that could actually be the only difference between Kizaru and the other two, because he may be even faster, like faster than them, not necessarily stronger, but faster. And then he doesn't have the ambition, and
exactly. He's just trolling, just sitting on the. He's just like, oh, do I have to go kill those rookies? Like he's just trolling, just trolling. And of course, I forgot to mention the fucking savage that is Dolphy. Dolphy has conquerors.
Yeah.
And now that one's a weird kind of conqueror, because how do you think that was awakening? Like that kind of conqueror.
I mean, the guy said to his dad at an early age, like, "Where's our slaves, Dad? Where's our slaves?" Like,
yeah, I know that's true.
Like this man, like he wants to own it, literally. Like this guy owns. So I think
that's true.
Yeah, he's kind of like the negative side of Conqueror's Haki, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, because the way he got it is a lot different. Because his ambition was just essentially because he wants to be Pirate King as well, but in a weird way. It's not like he's going to go about it the same way as everyone else.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because he wants to like sneakily like poison the Yonko and then just take advantage of it, kind of like he's on some Blackbeard type shit, basically. But actually, Blackbeard's different. He actually kind of did fight them.
It's also interesting. Like we have these less known figures like Don Chinjao.
Yeah, Don Chinjao has conquerors as well. Yeah,
he owns a fleet. Okay, he owns a fleet, but like if Arlon wanted, he also owned a fleet in East Blue if he wanted.
True.
I mean, we have these like less known, like lower people, and they also have conquerors.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because the way they've described conquerors, it's every 1 in a million person has it essentially. So there shouldn't be more than 1,000 people in One Piece that have it. I don't know how obviously big the One Piece universe is, but
wait. So 1 in a million people has conquerors.
Yeah.
You think 1 billion? Like how many? Like, do you think 10 billion people are in One Piece on oceans?
Okay, maybe less. So let's say 500 then, maybe not 1,500.
Why wouldn't it be 1 billion people though on the planet?
I don't know. It's because the way One Piece's geography is kind of weird. Like if in certain places you wouldn't assume a lot of people would survive. Like it's just too like essentially. What I'm saying is because of the way the world's set up, it's like pirates can come in and just fuck your shit up, and if you live far away from a marine base, you're fucked, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying it's a bit weird. Just I don't assume, but I could be wrong. It could be 1 billion people, but okay. What do you think's the right number of people Conquerors Haki right now?
It's kind of weird. No, I was just looking like in the 18, I mean, whatever. In the 1800s, we had like 1 billion population. Apparently, I don't know how these people know that, but okay.
Well, in One Piece,
No, in the real world.
we have more than 1 billion. I'm
No,
pretty
I
sure it's like
mean in 1800.
oh, the 1800s. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how these people could know that, but all right, I'll take it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So,
Are you so? How many people do you assume in the One Piece world have Conqueror's Haki?
um, if they are 1 billion, then I'd say 100.
What? I don't know why. I feel like maybe I'm not realizing how big 100 is, but I feel like that's
Wait,
such a.
yeah, 1,000.
That's awesome.
Because like 1 in a million, right? That's
Yeah.
10 to the third, so that's 1,000. So whoa, Pereira says 20 maximum.
This guy's at 20. Come on, man. We've almost seen 20 people of Conqueror's Haki already.
Yeah, exactly. I think those are the more known people though.
Yeah, true.
Like who knows how many people? And 3 to 5
That's
new
true.
dude. 3 to 5 people with the letter D. I think it's more though.
But I don't. But do you think every D has Conqueror's Haki? Now that's about because do you think Law has Conquerors?
Law.
Because
I
we know
mean,
Law's a
here's
D,
the
but he
thing.
doesn't
Law
necessarily.
Law didn't have. I mean, he apparently he just posed like he had the ambition, but apparently he doesn't have the ambition. If he really like starts to develop ambition, he could have. Yeah.
But the thing is, Whitebeard's ambition was a lot weirder than like his ambition was to have a family
Yeah.
essentially.
Here's the thing though. Like he probably felt a little responsible after Roger's death. So he took like the helmsman position, like he said, because he doesn't want to be a leader, but he did take the helmsman position or something like he said. So he's like, all right, I'll put it on hold for you, Roger. So yeah, so that could be when his conqueror is developed. I don't want to get like crucified now. I don't know, let it chat, but that could be when his conqueror is developed, you know. And then could also be like the same type of deal with Law.
But here the thing is the wicket. What about traumatic? Now we're gonna get a bit deeper, like because we've named off a few people already. We definitely have conquerors. So like, let me just like read the list again. So we've got Luffy, the admirals. Okay, no, not all
No.
the admirals.
We said
Akainu Okiji,
yeah.
Akainu Okiji, all four Yonko definitely. Okay, you would agree Garp, right, and Sengoku?
No, we were saying like people like Don Chinjao have it too, but
Yeah, Donchinjan, yeah.
yeah, here's the thing though. Aokiji and Kainu fought for the fleet admiral position. Wait. Black Force says the link doesn't let him join.
All right, let me try that again.
So apparently, Aokiji and Akainu fought because they wanted fleet admiral position, right? So yeah, so they're ambitious. So we can assume that they have conquerors, like especially if Akainu is like there at the end of the story. If he has something to do with like Luffy or Sabo, so we can assume that he has conquerors, right? Yeah, he's also very ambitious. Like he doesn't want to get like left out by the Gorosei. Yeah, he wants to be on top of the game. But
yeah, I agree.
Garp is different. Garp just wants freedom. Like he just wants to be free in what he does, and I don't feel like the same ambition. Like especially kind of like this guy is like a raging golem, you know. And I don't feel the same thing with Garp. So you might not have a Conqueror Haki.
Oh, this is where we like debate because there's no way to me someone like Don Chinjap can have conquerors and someone like Garb doesn't. Like that's especially Garb fucked up Don Chinjap as well. He turned his head into a fucking pencil. Like I'm just saying, man. Like, because to me, and especially like in Marineford, when Garp said like that he like when he saw Luffy use it by accident, and he's like, oh, he inherited it as well. So I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, he could have, like I said, he could have been talking about his wife. Like,
Well, okay, why do we go his wife? What? Whose wife?
yeah. I mean, he inherited the Conqueror's Haki. Like we had, like, if the child is born from two parents, right?
Yeah, of
So if
course. No shit.
Garp couldn't. No, but I'm serious, man.
All
Like,
right.
no, man. Think about it. Like, Garp doesn't have to have Conquerors just because he said that. Like, his wife could have had Conquerors. Like, she could have had some like dramatic death or something. And then Dragon inherited it, her will. Because if you think about it, Dragon doesn't seem to have inherited Garp's will. He seems to have inherited someone else's will. His mom?
Maybe. Okay, I get what you're saying, but it's like Garp could have like we've seen Garp turn down the admiral position so many times. Like when in what was it in One Piece episode 0 when they're chasing off the Gold Roger and stuff, and he's just like Kong offers him the thing and he turns it down, and Okichi's like, oh my God, Garp, you turned down another promotion. He's like, yeah, I don't need it. So it's like Gob's ambition is what is essentially followed Gold Roger's ambition because he wants to catch Gold Roger. So to me, that's like quite a high ambition because he was king of the pirates.
Yeah. On the other hand, we have like Akainu. Like this guy wants to like capture everyone. Like
Yeah,
that's real ambition. Like he wants to be fleet admiral, rule the seas like a true conqueror person. And Garp just wants to roam free and just fight with his rivals, once in a while.
that's true. But yeah, that's true. And I get what you mean. Like maybe okay, cause we can go into that a bit later as well. But essentially, there might be different levels to how strong a conqueror's Haki is because I'm assuming Akainu's is up there. His is definitely up there. You know what I mean? Because his ambition is so ridiculous to capture the pirates. Like that.
Like, yeah, he's crazy, man. Like he's preparing for war.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's sitting down, like even Kaido, like, all right, guys, it's time for war. Like, where were you, man? 2 years, like Kaido has already been preparing.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like how Law gassed himself up and was just basically like all the Yonko haven't been doing anything, but everyone else actually no wait, not maybe it's besides Kaido he has been making a beast army, but everyone else has just been chilling.
Well, I mean, even
Wow.
Kaido, like Kaido has been like, all right, it's time. Like, bro, like Akainu already almost got your territory. Like we don't know. They could have clashed in the 2-year time skip, but I guess that would have been.
Yeah, that would have been big news, definitely. Yonko and Fleet Admiral crashing? No way. That would have been massive.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially with a big news bird, he'd have been like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, exactly. Billy Bob, you didn't miss anything, man. We were just talking about Garp.
Yeah, because this is the
Garp
debate.
Has no ambition. Like he eats cookies, and if you think about the fact that he says like, oh, Luffy, you inherited it too, like conquerors. Like if you think Luffy probably inherited his dad's will, like unknowingly, without knowing it. And then the dragon, he doesn't seem to have like inherited Garp's will at all. Like he seems like he inherited it like it could have been his mom's will. Like his mom could have had a death and he inherited her will. And Garp is just standing there in the Marines.
No, but there is the theory out there in a One Piece verse about Garp. I mean, not Garp. Dragon used to be a Marine himself, like him and Akainu, because Akainu kind of knows. Like Akainu was the first person I was like, wait a second, how did you know he's Dragon's son without being told from Garp? You know what I mean? No, how did you know he's Garp's son without being told by Dragon? You know what I mean? Because like I feel like Akainu and Dragon have some kind of connection. Like they know. Like, I feel like that fear of them of Dragon being in the Marines makes sense to me a bit.
Yeah, so Pereira says that maybe Conquerors isn't inherited it, but we actually we actually saw the panel, right? Nikki?
Yeah.
When Luffy used it, I don't know if you have it still.
Well, the panel when Luffy uses the Conquerors.
Yeah, and the Garp's like you inherited it.
Okay, well let me get it up. But yeah, no, you can. I don't know because it's because the one thing that's weird is like Dofi's got Conqueror's Haki, and I don't see his dad having it. You know what I mean? His dad as well was not gonna have Conqueror's Haki for certain. So
Yeah.
I get his point. Like so, but at the same time, like
he could have awakened his Conquerors and then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe like, do you think traumatic events, like if you get through a traumatic event, you might get Conqueror's Haki essentially.
No, I think it's like this burning desire, basically. In Dofi's case, it was a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
Because his brother also had a traumatic experience, but with Dofi, it was like, like the correct elements mixed together. And unlike his family, he developed this strange desire to like burn the world, actually. Yeah.
No, because even though Dofi's is kind of crazy, but
Dofi
yeah.
is a real case clinical psychopath, man. We know, like,
yeah,
real sociopath.
But I feel like it was two things. It's having like it's like going from rich to poor. Like, and he didn't even go from rich to like poor as in like poor. He went to rich to like broke.
Yeah, here's the thing though. I think Dofi was actually already a psychopath. Like, he has no remorse. Like, it's kind of like Ichiji Niji. Like, he had no like conscience, you know. He had no.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He had no like good or wrong. Like, he didn't know it. Like, his dad tried to explain to him. Like, his brother got it, but he like his brain doesn't compute it.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I mean, it's perfect. Like this mixture, you know, this perfect mixture. This guy already had like arrogance, yeah, psychopathy. I mean, English, man. Psychopathy.
No.
How do you say it? Right. And then like all these things happened to him, and he snapped and he wanted to like take revenge and.
That's true. Oh, and someone mentioned the Billy Bob mentioned Zoro.
Yeah.
So Zoro to me should have Conqueror's Haki.
Should. Why do you think that?
Because essentially his ambition again, like I always go by the fact that essentially if you want to become the best at something in One Piece. So to me, for example, I think Mihawk is one of those definite people conquerors. Because he's the best swordsman in the world. That's just my opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
And and to think that you're dueling with someone like Shanks as well. So he's yeah, I think so. Because essentially, if you want to become like the way they explained it is just wait, let me get an audio for it.
So do you think that Shiryu has conquerors?
Ooh.
Because we know all these theories, like we have all these theories, like he's gonna get he's gonna take out Mihawk.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna get the diamond, take out Mihawk, challenge Zoro. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. But no, because he should. Okay, to be honest, it's hard to tell with him because it's like if Magellan doesn't have it, like we didn't see Magellan have it, so why should Shuri have it? You know what I mean?
How do you know Magellan? How do you know Magellan doesn't have it?
Because it would have been like so much easier to impel down if you just knocked out some of the people. Like you could have done that to save time instead of just chase them down with the poison. Like if you have a chance to knock out like half these fodder people with Conqueror's Haki, why don't you do it?
Because he doesn't need to. He just needs.
No,
he just needs to take
but
a bit sometime. All it's like.
No, but at the time of remember in a jailbreak essentially, and there was loads of people running, loads.
Yeah, but those.
And essentially,
yeah,
and they all got away because essentially, obviously, Luffy was stalling them, Ivankov was stalling them. Like loads of people were stalling him, but at the same time, some of those fodder could have got owned.
You think, you're downplaying Magellan again, aren't you?
Well, Magellan's overhyped, man. I still don't believe that shit. Fuck Magellan. Well, hey, welcome, Billy Bob.
What's up, Nikki? What's up, Evans?
What's up, Billy Bob? What's up, Zarayakon? I can't even say her name. Zarayakoni?
Huh?
No, not you, Billy Bob. The other guy. I just call you Zed. I'm not calling you Zed.
Rakion.
Oh, Z Rakion.
Z Rakion, man. You have to pronounce it right.
Yeah, sorry, Z Rakion.
Yeah, man.
Can you hear us?
Apologize to him.
Oh, fuck you.
Yo, real quick.
Yeah,
real quick,
Nikki.
What's
up, Billy Bob?
What do you think about your theory falling apart, bro? Jinbei lives.
Hey, yo, don't trust me. Cacao Island is gonna go down.
Bro, he just got his title, man. He's not going away.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I told this to everybody, man. Until you throw a party on the ship, you ain't officially a straw hat. That's the.
No, Nikki.
That's what it is.
I think we should go a little soft on Nikki because he knew like someone had to stay behind. He just took the wrong person. He took Jinbei instead of Pedro.
Yo,
Pedro was I'm just saying Pedro might not even be dead, man.
He's probably not. He's probably not. Yeah. All I'm saying is, man, you know that he's still living. You know he's gonna go to Wano.
I'm telling look, guys, when everyone, I'm gonna be called Lord Vengeance. Trust me. Like, 10 chapters from now, everybody's gonna be praising me. Niggas will be like, "Oh my God, that Nikki Vengeance guy, he knows what he's on about." And I'll be like, "I told you." No one believed me.
Nikki,
I told you.
I think Nikki, you're already the laughing stock, you know.
No, I said it. If you're right, I'm gonna call you Nikki W from now on.
Thank you.
Nikki W.
Nikki W, because everyone knows.
I even want to.
Huh?
Yeah, everyone knows I get W's, isn't it? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like everybody. Why is the W? You know why? Jinbei's dead. Like.
No, you know.
I honestly want to explain to people why, but it's just like this. Look, I've done it so many times, but it's like it's gonna happen, man.
You know. Even if he is right, he cornered himself. Like he can't get out because he also said that Reiju has to die too.
She's gonna die.
Oh my gosh, you did?
I know she's gonna die as well. Trust me, 2 of them are dying.
I don't think so, to be honest.
Exactly. Like, Nikki,
I would like to call Nikki capital
you get a W,
W.
you make it an L, man. How can you make a W and L? If you get it.
Hey, if you get 2 L's, it can make a W.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you guys think about Capone dying?
I think he's gonna live.
Yeah, I think he's gonna live. I think it's possible, but I don't see it.
Yes.
Now the reason, the reason why I say Capone is going to die is because of the fact that Oda takes a lot of inspiration from the real events, and to say the least, Mount Carmel was the resting place of Al Capone in the real world. So Big Mom being Big Mom being the the figurative, or should I say the metaphor of Mount Carmel herself. So I think, like, we are in this stage of fighting a Yonko, and for a character to die, I think it is much necessary for the overall story progression, because you cannot escape a Yonko territory like someone like Big Mom without losing someone.
Exactly. And Pedro doesn't count.
Pedro, I think Pedro is still alive. Like, I want to believe that, but someone has to die in this arc, because if it does not, then I don't think like the whole Yonko arc, it will not have that much of gravity.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Pedro though.
Not man. Hey, you remember what happened to Pell? Everyone thought Pell was dead, and this guy survived the nuke.
Yeah, Pell is
right?
something different. We know Pell is different. Pell has his own religion, so he's different.
What you mean? He has his own religion. What?
He's like Rouge. He's different.
But to get on Zirakion's point, I think the Capone thing is, after hearing about the Caramel Mountain thing, that is quite interesting actually. But I don't know, because it feels like real early for one of the one of the worst generations to die already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I don't know. It feels. That's what I'm saying, Jinbei and Reiju, because to me Jinbei is it's just been foreshadowed too much, and Reiju she's really emo, and I think it's good for, and it's like Sanji needs it, man. Sanji needs to stop messing about. He needs to see one of his family members, like the only family member he likes, die. Like even though it sounds heartless, but it'll just give him so much growth.
I'm so disappointed by Sanji this past year. I don't know about you guys, but I was so disappointed by 2016.
Man, he's my favorite character, and I'm starting to hate him. Do you understand how it hurts, man?
Yeah, like after the cake situation, it's like you could have you and Luffy could have just hopped on the ship, beat up Dogtooth, and then went to the island and made the cake.
I don't know, man, but I don't know. I've always told people this, man. Oda hates Sanji. I even know I even made Sanji.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I felt from a while. It's like he sort of like wants guys to hate him or something like that. And then like I thought this year was going to be his year, like he said, but
I don't know, because there's been so many opportunities for him to like. I think the point I gave up is when essentially after he cried when he found out Pudding was just talking shit about him. So basically saying, after that, like I was like, okay, this is like the lowest it should go. This should be the lowest it should go. And then he doesn't even do anything the rest of the whole arc, and he's still. I was just like, what? Nah, this is
what kind of put it in the grave for me was when Daifuku like kicked him. I was like, okay, that doesn't look good, Sanji. But I was like, okay, he's gonna fight him again. This is like his chance to redeem himself. And then the next time we see him, Daifuku's like standing on his back with a spear in his back. It's like, what? Sanji, you got beat up by this like genie guy? Like what?
It's also weird, like because Oda always drew Sanji with like having a plan, like friggin' tailing people, like to know whether
going off on his own.
Exactly, and so we thought he was acting in front of Big Mom. All right, let's make a deal, you know. Turns out he really believed it. Like that's really out of character.
Yeah, that was so weird.
That was also weird. Yeah. Also, like he's like the new Jesus, but he isn't. Like he's not the nicest guy to ever live. Like I don't know.
Oh, okay. I've explained this to people loads of time about this nicest guy thing. Okay. Look. This is the last time I explained it. Look, two people who said he's the nicest guy. Reiju, for one, essentially saw him get bullied by his whole family, treated like shit, and he still came to save them. So to her, and she's surrounded by thugs who are like emotionless. Of course, she's gonna be like anything that's just above that is nice. But this guy,
like Sanji, you were the only one that didn't like hurt people for no reason, so you're a good guy. That's it.
And then Brooke.
Like I've been living with these people my entire life. You're different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And then Brooke saw Sanji and Zoro, to be honest, but Zoro disappeared. Like he's not there right now. So Sanji, like Brooke saw Sanji willing to kill himself, like sacrifice himself for the crew. Like, how is that not like one of the nicest things you could do for your people, man? I'm just saying. To me, it makes sense in context.
I've never really seen Sanji as a nice guy. Like I saw him as a good person, but like how he would treat all the men on the crew was so annoying to me.
He's not a nice guy, no.
Yeah, it's like don't complain when you have to cook Chopper a meal, you asshole. You're the chef, like just because he doesn't have tits, like you know. But yeah. I don't see Zoro as a really nice guy either. It's like the same thing. Like they're good people, but they're not necessarily like nice guys. So
the funniest thing though is Zoro's shown more nice guy things though. Like when he saved that person in the Subodi, when literally the person got shot and he just takes him to the hospital.
Yeah.
So
I think
he's
that's
kind of shown
like,
it. Yeah.
He's like a good person, like Billy says. It's more like he's a good person.
And like he saved Robin. He saved Tashigi.
Yeah, exactly.
Sanji does
but I
that
don't know.
too.
But Zoro,
Sanji saved Usopp too, but it's like they're
Yeah.
good people, but they're not nice. They're not gonna be like.
but
The-
but the difference is though, Zoro's willing to murder someone within like 1 second, and I don't think Sanji is. Like I can Zoro.
That's
can
true.
push-
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
yeah,
That's why Zoro's has that like determination where he's just like where he stuck his sword in the ground and he told him about Usopp. Like, no, he left. We can't allow this.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Yeah, Zoro, like Root said, he's like almost like a wild beast that only Luffy can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like, oh, this guy doesn't seem like someone that takes orders. That says something about his captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I bet he saw Sanji. He's just like, oh, he could probably make a good cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I hate the Sanji jokes, but I can't go against them.
It's like, he's pretty. He's pretty. Yeah.
no. Sanji is very calculated. That's his strong point.
Yeah.
I thought so, right? But this arc's like so disappointed me.
Yeah,
So bad.
This arc is like an exception. It's out of character.
I think the most impressive part was when he dodged the jelly bean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And like Luffy's been dodging every single attack, so it doesn't look that impressive to me anymore.
No, exactly. I know, right?
But that's Luffy though. That's Luffy. That's different.
Yeah, but it wasn't like some epic like he dodged like in the Matrix. He's just been like dodging them like normal people that he's been fighting. Like,
Yeah, I mean, at least we know that like Sanji can like at least get on that Luffy level.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Here's the thing, though.
But actually, here's a question for you guys. Since we're on the topic of the series about Conqueror's Haki, do you think Sanji could have Conqueror's Haki? Just throwing it out there.
No, because if his ambition was to be like the best leg martial artist, then I would say yes. But
For some reason, I think that I don't think he like I haven't seen anything from him to show me that he would have that. But for some reason, I feel like being part of the monster trio, and he has like such determination, even if he's not that strong. Like I saw that with at Thriller Bark, I think it was when he got put into the stuffed animal's body, and he was still so weak, but he was like trying so hard, and he was like getting his ass kicked. And I was at that point, I was just like, well, Sanji would actually like you're right, like he would sacrifice himself like to help others and stuff like that. So I could see later on like they're in a pinch or something and maybe he unlocks it, but I just don't think he has it now, and I don't think he's gonna unlock it anytime soon.
if we see Scop or Gaban has it, then I would say all right, maybe Sanji has it or will have it. If Scop or Gaban, if he doesn't have it, then probably not.
Because essentially what Luffy, the Straw Hats mirror Roger's crew, right? So we know obviously Roger had it and Rayleigh has it as well. So then, but you would assume one more other person on their crew would have Conqueror's Haki, to be honest.
Other than Luffy and Zoro?
Yeah, I just think because I reckon like if you're gonna like it just balances out, because I feel like someone else on Roger's crew would have Conqueror's Haki as well, besides obviously the two main people. So I feel like there should be one other person who gets it, but I know there is a debate within our Haven that people want it to be Usopp, which will be fucking annoying. But, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think Usopp is gonna have it.
I don't think so, but Usopp's been given a lot of power-ups recently, so this guy can see through walls.
I want him to have like supreme observation, though. I do.
Yeah.
But not Conquerors.
Like Usopp can see like the base from like miles away or something. He just like zooms in with his eyes or something. I don't know.
Like he can see.
I think like for Usopp to have like observation haki and to like take it to the next level, I think that kind of adds in more characterization for Usopp as a sniper.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So when he has like this showdown between the guy from Blackbeard's crew.
Oh, the sniper from there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Vasco Shot? No, that's someone else. My bad. Van Ogre?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, yeah.
Van Ogre, like,
yeah.
Imagine like they're looking at each other from afar, they see each other and see.
Yeah, apparently that's the fight that Yasop and Van Ogre are gonna have. So if Yasop dies, then Usopp comes for revenge in the same kind of fight.
So then
that would be sick.
We think that Zoro has then Conquerors.
I think
for any
Yeah, he has to unlock it because if you want to be the best swordsman in the world, I think that's enough to say like
Do you think
you
that?
gotta have conquerors. Yeah.
Do you think every second in command has it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like if Luffy had like second in command of a captain who has it.
What do you guys think? I'm not sure, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about the Whitebeard pirates. I'm like, these guys, I don't think have, like, none of those guys, I don't think has it.
Not even Marco? Not even Marco? You know the Marco?
So I don't think so. This guy saw everyone get killed back then. He couldn't do nothing.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's I can't even deny it. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
I don't know though.
we did say that Akainu could have it. Like it's a probable, almost like certain that Akainu has it because of his ambitions and crazy drive. Like he's taking over the season, and he didn't.
I think Oda even said that if Akainu was a protagonist or protagonist, he could actually get the One Piece in a year.
Yeah. So
I think that's what he said. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
there is something like that. I heard that. Yeah.
He didn't use it at Marineford because maybe it wasn't very effective against the high level people. So maybe that's why Marco didn't use it.
Well, the thing was, if you, my friend actually told me about this, and I had to go back and rewatch it. There was a point where I believe it was Whitebeard sent like a huge shockwave flying at the Admiral's platform, and they all stood up and put up their hands, and it blocked it. But we didn't see anything. But all they did was stand up and put up their hands.
Mm-hmm.
So he was asking me like, was
I
that
think they were
Conqueror's
just
Haki?
blocking the shockwave from Whitebeard's slash, like not the Conqueror's Haki itself. Because in the whole Marineford war, I was so fucking like frustrated with. Like by the end of the battle, because people were like, "Hey, look, Luffy can use Conqueror's Haki like Whitebeard can." Like, what the fuck? Why didn't Whitebeard use it for the first time when he first like went to the Marineford itself?
I thought about that a lot too, and then when I rewatched it, I saw all the things that stacked up against Whitebeard from the beginning. The first thing was before anything started, before they got there, he's like sick. He's on these like life support machines for how long? So that's the first thing. He's old and he's dying. The second thing is before he even takes a shot at anybody, before anyone takes a shot at him, Squirtle stabs him through the back, and it, like the blade goes through his back, through his chest or something like that. So it's like, okay, that would kill like anybody, but Whitebeard's just like gives him a hug. But it's like, but then afterwards, so he's scrapping a bunch of people, and then fucking what's his face puts like multiple blasts through his body and shit. So it's just like this guy was like, he's sick, and you like he was missing stuff too. Like you could when Luffy used the Conqueror's Haki, it actually flashed the Whitebeard, and he looked at the platform, and my friend actually told me as well. He looked like he tried to use his Conqueror's Haki, but he was like, ugh, and he like grabbed his chest or something like that, and then Luffy used it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that he was too old and too sick. You know, I mean, he was just doing the best he could, and that's why all of his commanders went first, and he always stayed back. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Though. That's a good.
What do you guys think would happen if Whitebeard actually used a Conqueror's Haki? Like, would it be even in a massive scale than what Luffy did?
It should be though, to be honest, because Luffy is so uncontrolled as well. So we'd assume Whitebeard would be like controlled enough to like knock out loads of Marines and everything. So essentially, only the really hardcore ones would be left, like the vice admirals and like obviously the admirals themselves, and some of the like really hardcore like lieutenants and captains and stuff like that.
And another thing was, I was thinking like Whitebeard could just destroy the whole place, right? If he wanted to, he could have done it from sea. But then I was thinking, he doesn't want to, like, yeah, it's like he doesn't want to kill the Marines. He just wants to get Ace back as well. If he doesn't kill them all in time or something like that, the admirals can just execute Ace, so it's all in a waste, right?
Yeah.
Things considered, he was like, his hands are pretty tied there.
But it's just, but I have to,
look at the chat. Maybe some people want to join.
Oh, I've already put the link in the Hangout box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's another guy.
Jalen also said that we did see like when we first saw Sanji, we did see that he was a nice guy. Oh, I know what you mean, but he said that he was saving Ging and Don Creek even though he knew they were attacking his ship.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's different. That's kind of different because that's in context of his experience essentially. Because obviously we know he almost starved to death with Redfoot Zeph. So even if he hates the person, he knows how fucked up it is to be starving. So he's like, that's kind of different. But I get what you mean. Yeah.
Still though, this guy, like, he wanted to abandon children that were addicted on drugs.
No, but okay, I get that point. But the main mission was to defeat what's his face Caesar, right? So
yeah, I'm just saying that Frankie is a more nice guy than Sanji, man. That's all I'm saying.
Frankie?
Yeah, Frankie, he cares, man. He cares about the dwarves. He cares about the children.
Yo.
Sanji, not really.
Oh, yeah, what's up, Zed? And yeah.
Hey, Zed.
Zed?
Zed. Who's Zed?
It's Reapers.
The Z.
The Z. Oh, we got Z, Rakion, and Zed. All right, you guys go fight over the name Zed.
What is his name?
No, you can just call me Kill.
I always call him Reaper too.
Oh, yeah. So if Kid has Conquerors, and if second mates have Conquerors, then should Killer have it?
Maybe.
I don't know. I could see that. He seems like a real G. So and he escaped getting attacked by Kaido. So like, so far as we know.
That's true.
I don't know. He just seems so reserved. Like, he takes orders instead of giving them. You know what I mean?
But so does Zoro, though.
Yeah.
Zoro takes orders, but it's kind of like it's to be fair. I think everyone agrees that he probably has Conquerors, though.
I mean,
Zoro has it.
But he also has an ambition, though. You don't
Yeah, that's
like.
true.
You gotta have, like, one of the goals of having King's Haki is having an ambition. If you don't have that, then there's no way you can get King's Haki.
Well, we don't know anything about Killer's past, right? Like, some people are theorizing that he's actually a relative of one of the royal families, which is why he keeps his face covered all the time.
Yeah.
That's true. I remember back when everyone thought he might have been related to Sanji or even or Sanji and Doflamingo. Like, everyone thought they were related or something. So.
Oh yeah, Bargo's theory.
Yeah.
And then we saw that King Scully guy, right?
Oh yeah, we saw King Scully. Oh my god.
That guy looked like Sanji for real. That could be a clone of his or something.
Oh yeah.
Like, Judge sold one of his duds to the government, didn't knowing it was like his best subject.
Huh, I don't see why he hasn't done that.
No, it's because I don't know, because I don't think they know about his technology, do they? Because Judge has kind of hid it from them essentially.
No,
Well, not only that, his children are kind of like fails, right?
His children?
Well,
like, they're only as good as their suits, right?
Oh yeah. Fuck, oh, we talking about the Vince Smokes? Oh, the Vince Smokes. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was so sad with that.
Do they know Haki or anything?
Nah, they don't know anything.
Yeah, it's
well, I don't know. They might, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
So basically, all Vince Smokes are trash.
Like, the one I was not gonna call trash was Reiju, but then she got shot by Pudding, so I was like, yeah, she's trash as well. Like, what the fuck?
She's like, I was snooping around and I got caught by Pudding. Like, what?
Exactly. What?
Got caught by Pudding.
It's like, so you suspected Pudding, and you got caught by her. Like, like, it wasn't by accident. Like, you were trying to follow her, and she caught you. But she saved Luffy, so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a representation of her strength, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of like,
and everyone gets caught off guard. Everyone does, so.
All right, like Sugar too. Like, if she touches Luffy or Doflamingo, they're both puppets.
That's true.
But okay, I've had this debate with people about this, because essentially, I think like things. This is where Conqueror's Haki actually does come into play. Like, do you think if someone like if Sugar touches Kaido, he's gonna turn into a toy?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, no way that would work on somebody like Kaido. This guy would go full armament and just like crush her with the look.
Like, I think no one will even dare to approach Kaido just to touch him. Like, the dude is fucking huge. Like, I don't think like the likes of Sugar is going to go even somewhere near like Kaido, because like maybe his Conqueror's Haki is that strong, his presence is that strong that people just don't like, kind of approach that guy so casually.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I think is like like us, I think if you have a certain level of Haki, there's just a natural defense to certain devil fruit abilities, in my opinion. Bro. That's
Yeah,
just
like what Sanks did in Whitebeard, ship. Like he went there and like Micro was immediately just go away, guys, because you cannot handle his presence.
yeah, exactly. And he's even destroying the ship just to respond to his Haki. Yeah.
The wood was buckling and everything. I watched that again. I was like, oh, I haven't seen that before, so that's pretty interesting.
See, so
Physical objects too.
yeah, might do.
Yeah, I think there was a theory, like I don't know who made this, but there was a theory that Conqueror's Haki, the next level to Conqueror's Haki is something like you being able to damage something rather than just knocking people out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, you could conquer everything, right? It's the Conqueror's Haki. You could conquer the ship and destroy it. I mean, if you correctly use Conquerors, you can knock someone out. So you could be humans knocking out ship and destroying it. You can conquer the sky, which means splitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's insane. That's saying like if someone like Shanks could just stand at the edge of an island and just knock out marine ships with his Conqueror's Haki, that'd be fucking insane.
That should be how it be.
Yeah.
But to think what we have seen from Big Mom in Whole Cake Island, and to see someone like Shanks with no arm, like one arm missing, and he's just holding a casual sword that we see in the Navy soldier's hand, and for that guy to stand up with the ranks of a Yonko, like that tells you something about the dude's power. Like he even doesn't have a devil fruit, and for him to have only Conqueror's Haki, that Conqueror's Haki like should be damn strong.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, he might have a devil fruit though.
But how though?
I doubt that. I doubt that. Like Shanks having a devil fruit, I doubt that.
Because in the beginning, I was thinking it's either two things: either he let the Sea King take his arm so that he could teach Luffy a lesson, like the consequences of your actions, and like to stay humble and don't attack people if you don't have to and stuff. But I was also thinking maybe it's because he's a devil fruit user and he was weak inside the water.
No.
He didn't be able to swim though.
But when I watched it again, he's not swimming. He's just sitting there with Luffy in the water.
Oh my god, he's been living a lie his entire life.
Like that would be the biggest twist from Oda.
Yeah, I went back. I was like, I want to see if he's like swimming and he doesn't look winded. And when I went back, he's just sitting there holding Luffy, like not even treading water. He's just.
That's the oh my god moment. That's the real mindfuck right there. Oh, we got demonetized.
Oh.
So what do you guys think about Garp? Because Garp may not have.
Bring up this video.
What?
Wait, no,
yeah, he might not have
Garp
it.
has Conqueror's Haki.
How do you know?
Like that's just given because he said that it's expected because he has the blood of dragon. So where did dragon even get Conqueror's Haki from? Probably from Garp.
But here's the thing: dragon could have gotten this from his mother, right?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
No.
This is what I'm saying.
Think about
this is what I'm saying to this guy.
Does dragon seem like the type of guy to have inherited Garp's will, or does he seem like the type of guy to, if his mom died a tragic death, he inherited her will? It seems more like that.
And that's why he didn't join the Marines. He's like, no, they're crooked. I'm doing this myself.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Could have been. He seems to be like, it seems to more fit in. Like if his mom died a tragic death, he like inherits her will, and not his dad's, and then he develops the Conqueror's Haki. Because Garp just wants to be free. Like doesn't want to rule the seas like Kainu or the Yonko. Just wants to have fights with his rivals and eat cookies.
Well, okay. Let's put this in context. We haven't seen like how Garp started out before he became like the top Marine. We've only seen him as a top Marine. We haven't seen the struggle, man, because he had to fight loads of people to get his name out there and everything. So we've only seen him fight Don Chin Chow, Gold Roger a bit, really. We haven't really even seen him fight.
Yeah, and Don Chin Chow had Conqueror's Haki, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it would basically mean it would be like It would like fit if Garp had Conqueror's Haki too.
Or he was just really strong-willed,
Why
right?
would it fit in though? Like, why would it fit in?
Didn't he like? What about Waja?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way he could have fought him without Conqueror's Haki. I just don't see it.
Do you guys think that Shiki has Conqueror's Haki? Because he was Whitebeard's and Roger's rival too.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you have to have Conqueror's though.
Nah,
I feel like escaping from jail would have been a lot easier if he had Conqueror's Haki.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wouldn't have to cut off his own legs.
His ambition, though, like this man wanted to take over the East Blue and all that. Like he was no
I mean,
one to do.
Arlong wants to take out over East Blue too.
I mean, but like he had the power to do it, like the actual power. Like, are y'all forgetting that this man fought Garp and Sengoku?
Mm-hmm. Like
At the
exactly,
same time?
like even Shiki fits the portrait of a Conqueror's Haki person more than Garp.
The only thing that I was saying is you could fight somebody who has Conqueror's Haki and you don't. You just have to have a strong will, right? Like we saw Boa Hancock fight that Marine Vice Admiral, I think he was. But he just like withstood it, right? Like he was a little bit weak, but he was still able to withstand it, and he doesn't know Conqueror's Haki, so.
Yeah. Like Boa Hancock.
Yeah, and I also think that like what Zoro did with Pika, where Pika went like full body armor and Haki, and Zoro was like, "Well, your Haki, you have a full like armor and Haki, but if only it's stronger than my own will." So he just cut right through him. So I think like for you to like defeat someone who has higher form of Haki, you just have to have like strongest will than that person.
Well, with the Zoro cutting his, it was because the armament Haki he was putting into his sword was stronger than his, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Like he even stated out loud because he said like only if your Haki is stronger than mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because when Garp said like, "Oh, you inherited it too," like he didn't seem to like refer to himself too. Like he seemed to like reminisce the past. I don't know if I'm seeing it like that, but he seemed like, "Oh, Luffy." You know the grandpa when he starts talking.
Yeah.
Like he's reminiscing the past. Ah, Luffy, you got it too. Like in the most unusual circumstances.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, we never really saw Garp struggle, so he definitely could have it.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm back. Sorry about that, but yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Like a real Conqueror's person, like wants to, like that's he got offered the admiral position and didn't take it.
Yeah.
If Akainu actually fought with his life to take the admiral position, like he definitely has Conquerors. Like,
Nah, man.
Akainu's just like killing people to get his position. Garp's just like eating chips in the background.
Exactly. Like,
taking naps while he's getting slashed.
He's trampling on people. Like Garp's there, like, nah, man, not me.
Because like it depends how you think about it. For example, if we didn't like when Okiji and Akainu had that fight, that's when we found out they fought for 10 days and stuff like that. That's when I started thinking Okiji could have Conqueror's Haki as well, just because of that.
I agree.
Yeah, I can see that.
I agree.
Yeah, before that, I thought Okiji was basically just a less trollier version of Kizaru. You know what I mean? He's just a chilled guy who kind of goes with the flow when he has to, but he's never too serious.
He was actually the original Kizaru. In the Grand Line, the first half, he was supposed to be like Kizaru, but then he took like a more important role.
What is this canon? It's not no head canon.
No. He's the first admiral we saw. He was like laid back. He was really like Kizaru.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. But Kizaru is kind of scary though. Like I'm afraid of Kizaru more than I'm afraid of Okiji though. Because when Kizaru is like, when he's just like, oh, okay.
We see this general treatment in anime. Like if a person is laid back in his position, that means like Sasuke. The first time we saw Sasuke, he was like cool, like I'm not doing anything, you know. He was like really laid back. Like Itachi first time too. Like he was actually like brushing his hair while fighting Kakashi. If we have these people in anime that are like laid back, that's a sign like from the author like he's strong. It's probably why Zoro and Kiji are so similar.
But then does that mean super serious people aren't that strong like Akainu then, huh?
Oh no, that means he's a real antagonist.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know, because now, okay, what about you guys? What do you guys think of Blackbeard having conquerors?
Oh man, he's gonna be
I can see
broken by
that.
the end of the series.
Oh baby, you know he has conquerors.
I don't know.
You know what's gonna happen when he fights Luffy? He's gonna use his conquerors, and Luffy's almost gonna pass out.
No,
Oh my
that's not
gosh, that would be crazy.
That'll be in. No, that
Like the-
cannot
like-
happen.
Luffy's
like the
not,
time like when the time comes when Luffy and Blackbeard finally square off for the final fight, like Luffy will be on a Yonko level, and like Blackbeard will also be on a Yonko level. Like he's already Yonko, but he's not Yonko because he just started out as a Yonko. So I think in the final fight, Luffy will be someone that could go head to head with Blackbeard in I don't know what form, like Gear 5, Gear 6. I don't know because the given current situation in Whole Cake Island, he may need some more gears. But by the time when Blackbeard and Luffy fight, they will be like, if not on equal level, maybe Luffy will be just like some power scale below Blackbeard, but not that much of a huge difference where he's going to pass out by Blackbeard's Haki. That's not going to happen, man.
So if that doesn't happen, that means that Luffy's gonna like step up, and he's gonna try to use Conqueror's Haki, and Blackbeard's like, "What up, man? It's not working."
man.
Well, like-
I'm just saying, Luffy needs another devil fruit to fight Blackbeard.
But I don't know. Do you think so though? Because I think if Luffy's Haki just gets better than his Haki, then it should be okay. But I get what you mean.
Like it just seems like Blackbeard just has too much.
That's the
Like we
point.
know, like he's gonna get another devil fruit. We know that, right? He's gonna get Kaido's zone fruit.
Why do
all
you
Luffy,
think that?
Well, I think that because of the his flag. Just go back to his flag. The 3 Sebas,
Yep.
3 dogs or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like they like basically meaning like I feel like he's 3 people, not just 2 people, but 3 people instead, because they refer to them as those guys when they first saw him.
Yeah, because when they first saw him, Luffy was like, they are talking, not just he's talking. So I like agree with that theory of like Blackbeard having 3 devil fruits.
Yeah, it's still like we're trying to still like figure out why you can even, obviously his body structure is weird, so that's why you can have 2, but 3, goddamn, that's gonna be insane.
Yeah, I think Luffy needed another devil fruit though. Is it a male one?
How do you think that he's able to take different devil fruits?
Wait. What did Jalen say?
I was asking y'all, like, do y'all really think he needed another devil fruit just to beat Blackbeard though? Like, one of the main reasons why I really like One Piece was because of the fact that Luffy got like the weakest devil fruit like in the series, and he able to use this rubber devil fruit to be able to do all the things that he can do. That's one of the main reasons why I like One Piece. I don't really think he need another devil fruit just to beat Blackbeard.
I agree.
Yeah, I think Blackbeard. Yeah.
I just don't see like he doesn't even have to get close to him. Luffy does, and when he gets closest to him and when he hits him, he's gonna get touched by the darkness and lose whatever power he has going on.
Hey, Reaper 2, can you get closer to your mic? We can't hear you. I don't know if I'm the only person, but I can't hear that well.
It's kind of breaking
Yeah, I
up.
can't hear that well.
Oh, hold on, my bad. Yeah, what I was saying was, my problem with that is, like, say he uses Gear 4. Now, you know, if he gets hit, if he touches him, he automatically gets forced out of Gear 4. If that happens, he's pretty much GGO'd. And even if he, even if he masters to the point where it doesn't, like, drain him of energy, he's gonna, like, it's like going from Super Saiyan God back to base form. You know what I mean?
I understand that, but like how I thought awakens work. Like if, like say for instance, he gets an awaken like later on in the series, right? And he do get to like the rubber world everybody talking about. Like if he makes like everything else rubber, does Blackbeard's power working on Luffy like change everything and everything just stop being rubber?
Maybe, yeah, probably. I don't know, but see, but that if you give
he got to beat him some kind of way,
then Blackbeard's gonna be awakened too, no doubt.
Yeah.
But if he's awakened though, I don't think there's anyone that could beat Blackbeard. I'm being.
He's gotta lose though. He's gotta lose though. Some kind
he's
of
gotta lose, but it's like.
Lose.
But listen, have you thought about if he has awakened the Yami Yami and the Quake fruit? You know that's ridiculous.
You know what I'm thinking?
He has two fruits in the first place. Like he's overpowered as fuck in the first place.
Yeah, I think it's different. I think Blackbeard versus Luffy is going to be the fight of quantity versus quality. Blackbeard has all these devil fruits, like he has the best powers, but Luffy has possibly the worst power, and he uses it correctly. Like that's why I think that Blackbeard is not. That's why I think Blackbeard is not going to have awakening. Luffy is going to have awakening.
Okay,
I don't think Luffy has the worst fruit. Kinemon has the worst fruit. Like I don't think there's anything about that fruit unless you're in like a mountain or something.
No. Kinemon has good fruit. He can produce fire. Like
the jacket.
How is that?
It's like a clothes fruit. He can turn anything like inanimate objects into clothes. That's all he can do.
No, I'm talking about that dude from Dressrosa. They got the jacket fruit. Well, he just turned into a jacket and you got to wear him. That was in the Coliseum.
If you get Kaido to wear that jacket, you invincible, man.
Why Kaido wear a jacket?
Yeah, that's a good point. But hey,
I don't even think they can move. Like when he used the fruit, he can move.
Hey, come on, man. Stebo has preached about the jacket.
Yeah, Stebo has preached about the jacket.
That jacket thing's pretty stupid because even if you're covering, like you're on top of somebody that's really strong, the first thing that's going to get hit is you if somebody attacks you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like you're inside that strong person. You're over that strong person. So you better have some strong Haki.
I don't think that just works. Like I just don't think that's a viable fruit though. Like to be honest, like it's crazy.
Still though.
No, I still think it's better than Kinemon.
I feel what y'all saying.
See, now I gotta see the awakening for the jacket no me.
Yeah,
make the whole world jackets.
Hey, throwing zippers at people, man. Fucking zippers. It won't be ready.
What happens when you throw the zipper on an island?
Oh yeah.
That's literally what Stebo said the whole time.
But like you could just cut right through him. What does it matter?
That head cannon out the ad up. That's so weird.
No. You have to listen.
Like let's say like you jump on Kaido. Oh yeah, I'm so strong now, and then Luffy punches you. It doesn't matter. You're getting punched.
You're getting messed up. Yeah, I see what you said. Where you coming from?
But you're still like wearing Kaido. I mean, you're still on Kaido though, so it's still like.
So you could be strong, but you're not durable.
You just don't get beat up first. You just taking all the hit for Kaido.
Yeah, like Kaido's not getting hurt. You are.
Like you don't. It's like in like Breath of the Wild when you be having no armors and like when you have them shields and stuff, and the shield just break. You're gonna break in like 3 or 4 hits, and then Kaido's still there.
Yeah.
No damage.
Oh man, see now the jacket no me doesn't seem as OP.
Yeah, it's kind of
ridiculous.
We
need Stebo. I can't argue for him. I can't. It's so hard.
It was OP. We just
Seems so broken.
You need Stebo, man. You need.
Oh shit! All right. Anyway, guys, just to ask you, who do you think out of like the new generation of people? So I'm saying essentially like your Capones, your Rouges, your Law, your Kids. Who out of them should have Conqueror's Haki?
Kid.
The main three should have Conqueror. Like Law, Luffy, and Kid should have it.
Kid doesn't have it.
Nah, Kid's definitely gonna.
No, he's a scrub. He has so many L's.
I gotta go.
This guy.
He lose to one of the 4 strongest pirates in the world.
Listen. He got too many L's.
Make them normal, like.
He got too many. Right now, he's in the dungeon. He lost his ambition. He lost his.
Luffy was in the dungeon too.
Nah, but Luffy got out, and Key is like
Cause he's
crying.
the main character.
Nah, but
Yeah, like Luffy. If Luffy was in the territory of Kaido, trust me, he would have been in a worse condition than.
Not only that, Luffy would have had no hands. Luffy would have
exactly. Like
Luffy would have no hands right now if it wasn't for Jinbei. He had to tear off his hands to escape from that.
Exactly, like he
He
wants to get out. He wanted to get out of
Give him fly hat like this.
This guy would sacrifice his arms to get out. What was Kid doing?
Kid is literally unconscious. He went to a coma.
Don't know what's going on.
Wait, one at a time, Jalen. What are you saying?
I said, we don't know what's going on, Kid, right now. We just seen one picture. I'm in the jail. They're like we seen a picture of Luffy in the jail and didn't know what else was going on. Like you can't call somebody trash for seeing one panel.
Not only that, what if he's like, Apple, let's get him, and then Apple like turns on him and attacks him, and then it's like a 2-on-1 and he gets taken out.
Full trash.
No, but he still got Hawkins with him and stuff.
Well, Hawkins, I think, would have ran away right away. He's like, fuck that, I'm out.
Yeah,
Because how I always looked at it is at some point in time, he is gonna get out the jail. He's not gonna be in the jail for the rest of the series. So
he's gonna be
like he's gonna be in jail.
You know what's gonna happen? Luffy gets him out of jail. He's like, come on, man, we can do this. He's like, no,
and then
man.
he gonna like,
no, man, I gave up, man. I
He's gonna be
I
like,
lost my ambition. I have
Like, I
look
don't think like Kid has that kind of attitude because Kid in the list of worst generation, he's the only guy that reckless to take on anyone. Because when Kaido appeared in front of like the 3 gangs, like Kid was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to go at him with all I've got." Like Hawkins was sitting his pants. Oppo was like, "Oh fuck this, bitch!" Like Kid was the only guy who was ready to fight Kaido.
Yeah, and you see like that was wrong. But like how I always, one thing that made me I look at it though was like the parts of this art. Like I believe everybody going into this art, like Capone and the Rules were like bottom of the barrel for favorite supernovas for everybody before this art started. Yeah. And Oda can make the Rules and Capone be like fan favorite supernovas. He finally focuses on Kid, like it's gonna be real, man. He gonna like. The hype won't be real. We just ain't focusing on Kid. We seen one panel.
Yo, we did see him focus on Kid.
No, I'm talking not like Capone and how Law was. We had a whole arc. We had 2 whole arcs with Law, like 3 arcs with Law, and we done had a whole arc.
Oda already drew his climax with Kid though. Like he's already on like, the climax is over for Kid, man.
I was thinking that for Capone.
I'm just kidding.
I was thinking the climax is probably over for Capone. We pretty much saw everything he could do, and he can't do nothing.
Oh, Armand said,
like he gonna do something. He gonna do something.
Like I said, if we see anything from Kid about his backstory, I don't want none of that saying, "Oh man, I used to have a happy childhood. I was a good boy."
They probably gonna do it though. They gonna do it. You know it. Y'all seen that picture of Blackbeard with his kid crying and shit?
Wait, one at a time. Repo, he said. Reaper?
all right.
No?
You got grabbed by fucking Capone for talking that nonsense. No, but I get what he's saying though, because that's why I don't like Pudding, like, because she's got the same backstory like all the other fucking, basically like everyone inside's backstory. She can't just be evil like Dofi. Like, why can't she be like that, man?
Yo, even pure evil person like Dofi has a backstory, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, like you even mentioned earlier, 44, like that guy was evil from day one. The guy was like, "Where's our slaves, Daddy?"
Yeah, but like, if everyone around you is saying, "Yeah, this is how you're supposed to act. This is how we're acting."
No. Here's the thing, though.
I agree with you too.
Dofi has no conscience. He has no remorse.
I like Dofi.
The fact he's like a different person. Like he's a real psychopath. Yeah,
I know, but I'm saying he was made that way from his experiences as well.
You know, he was made,
I think he was evil from being a
no, he wasn't made like that.
product of his environment. He was a product of his environment.
You know,
Yeah.
He was better than everybody.
you know,
Criminal.
yeah. So you know what was with Dofi? Dofi made the choice between the two lifestyles he saw. He made the choice. He wanted the other one, where he was powerful, where he had slaves, where everything he had was done, where he didn't need to think about his consequences of anything. That's the lifestyle he wanted. He chose between the lifestyles.
I mean,
Well, the thing is, it's like it's not like it's like they're telling you you're royalty. It's in your blood. You're a celestial dragon. You're better than everybody else. Like this is why these people serve us, and we can walk on them in the streets and stuff like that. We could just buy them as slaves because you're a celestial dragon. Like you're part of the royal bloodline.
To be completely honest, the real one
because
really one is decision.
that is more like Sabu's brother, I guess.
no, but the thing is, I don't understand is like the thing I don't get is like I would agree with you totally, Billy Bob, but it's just that his parents seem pretty cool for celestial dragons. You know what I mean? They weren't like dickheads or anything. They're just like, hey, let's
Yeah,
go
no,
like
level.
Dofi,
Like I would have been mad about that too if y'all just packed those stuff up and we normal people now and we just done been kings for my whole life and we one day and we normal people now. There's no
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you on that point. Yeah, like obviously, like to me, when like Dolphy was always a bit of like he was spoiled. He was a piece of shit and a spoiled, but he was never like truly evil until like I think when his mom died, bro. When his mom died, that was it. He was like, fuck this shit. I'm killing my dad. I'm killing everybody. Like he didn't care anymore.
yeah, that's the thing. I think he was already like that. Like he didn't care. He didn't care about like that part.
No, but he cared about his mom though. Like that's the one time I'll say. Like,
yeah, to me, I could see that. Yeah, I could see where he was on the wall and they were stoning them, and he like had that spaz moment where he's like, "I'm gonna kill every single one of you." And so I was like, "Yo, this is his moment where he's just like, nah, you guys are all scum. I'm gonna kill every single one of you." Like,
yeah, exactly. But
one of the best moments of the anime.
That was true.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's just like Dofi probably has one of the best backstories, and that's to me why he has Conqueror's Haki is kind of cool because he struggled, man. He struggled, and he made it up.
He's a
Did he really struggle, though? Did he really struggle?
No, come on, dude. You saw what happened to his family, bro. He went from rich to broke, and then they abused him.
He took over. He took over a whole kingdom. He went and took over their whole kingdom. That ain't tragic. He went and took it back. Like,
no, that's tragic, man. That's tragic. It's like you were born.
I'm just trying to.
It's like.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna read the main traits of psychopaths right now. All right. So they are glib. All right. I'm reading this literally from the website about psychopaths. Glib, and they have superficial charm. Check. Grandiose self-worth. Check. Need for stimulation or proneness to boredom. Check. Pathological lying. I don't know.
Conning, check, definitely.
Conning and manipulativeness, definitely what he did. Check. Lack of remorse or guilt. Like this one, he had this since he was a child. Check. Shallow affect. What is that? I don't know what that is. Lack of empathy. Check. Parasitic lifestyle. Check. Poor behavioral controls. Check. Promiscuous sexual behavior. Check. Early behavior. Listen. Early. Sorry, what?
I forgot that he smashed what's the name? What's that?
Viola.
Baby Five.
Not Baby Five.
No, Viola, man.
Viola.
Yeah, Viola for sure.
Exactly.
Yo, he was killing all of Baby Five's fiancés. He's definitely wanted to hit that if he didn't.
Yo,
yeah, that's true. That's true. I can't lie. That's true as well.
The next one, early.
He's probably just like waiting for her to give in. He's like, I ain't gonna rape you. Just say yes. Like, you gonna get thirsty eventually.
Man, that man Doflamingo was a real savage out here, man. He probably real savage out here. He took what he wanted, no matter what it was. He took what he wanted.
Yeah, that's true.
Real savage out here.
I hate Dolphy now.
Look, the next ones are true too. Early behavior problems. They had, like here it says, behavior problems prior to age 13, lying, theft, cheating, vandalism, bullying.
I don't think he has any like redeemable qualities. Like I think he's like the only villain in One Piece that has no redeemable qualities.
But he's
Yeah,
such a
but
good
let's just put it this way: all of those things that you're checking off, you could check off for Crocodile before Luffy met him.
Ooh.
Maybe
I don't know.
maybe, but he doesn't have like this guy. Did Crocodile have promiscuous sexual behavior?
Yeah, he knew Ivankov.
Like maybe that.
Oh shit!
I gotta read too many goddamn theories about Crop being a girl and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Crocodile was definitely a chick.
It makes sense now.
Billy makes the facts, yo. What?
That's one of the dumbest theories I think I ever heard, though. Like you theories like where they say Crocodile's Luffy's mom and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
That's stupid.
Yo, this guy is probably not a woman first. Like he was probably a man into transsexuals and stuff.
Who knows? Who knows, right? But all I'm saying is he knew Ivankov, and Ivankov has some dirty little secrets. So check that box off.
Would you like that though? Would you like that though from a story wife? Like, would you like
I don't
that?
care. Whatever.
Crocodile into a girl like out the blue just because older just feel like it. Like, oh, I feel like I want him to be a girl now.
And he's a man now, so.
Can't go back.
I don't know, man.
What if the secret is like something simple, like he likes it in his ass or something?
What if it's just like what he did with Sanji? Like Sanji just went and spent some time on there and put on a dress and danced around. Like what if it's just that? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of that though, that's
no Reaper. No, I heard that. That did not happen to Sanji. I will always argue against that.
Bro, it happened. I can show you the pictures.
How y'all feel about it though? This is what I was arguing like on somebody YouTube page one day. I was saying like compared to like the other main two people in the crew like Luffy and Zoro, I don't really think Sanji really just got trained by Ivankov. I just think he was just running from transvestite for 2 years.
Yeah, I think he was like a Forrest Gump of One Piece.
That's why I feel like you just get a power out of nowhere.
Keep running and running.
What were you saying, Jalen? Wait a second, guys. Jalen, what were you saying?
I was saying like I really don't feel like he like trained to like get stronger because like Zoro got trained by Mihawk and Rayleigh trained Luffy. I don't really think like Ivankov was like strapping up training Sanji like every other day. He really just went there to like learn some cooking stuff, and that's how he got Skywalk. He was running away from transvestite for 2 years.
Yeah,
like that. I feel like because like most of the community feels like they want Sanji to just get like some random power up out of nowhere, and like as much as I hate it, I feel like the only way he could get a power up that's been kind of like set up in the story is he got to get a suit. Got to get a suit. That's the only.
Now that you mention it,
it's bullshit.
When I look back, now that you mention it, when I look back to the time that they spent training, even Usopp was on like a deadly island that was shifting from left to right. He had to constantly be eating and fighting monsters. Luffy was fighting giant beasts and the thing getting trained by Rayleigh and Haki and all these things. He developed Gear 4. We look at Zoro. Zoro's training with the baboons and Mihawk. He even lost an eye or something happened to his eye and he comes back. And he hasn't lost a fight since. He's been owning everybody. But then we look at Sanji. He hasn't shown a single like thing different. I don't think.
Just learn how to run fast and just walk on.
Wait. I can try and argue for this point. Like for example, once we found out about the whole genetics of the Vinsmokes, about they have like super strong bodies and that, and we know Ivankov his like abilities, development abilities have to do with genes. So to me, it's obviously that he's going to unlock an ability like to that whatever exoskeleton that Sanji's supposed to have, but he doesn't have. He's going to unlock it, I reckon. That's
okay, let me play devil's advocate to that then. So he's just going to magically just awaken it because the plot dictates it? Like no. Just now's the time. Like it ain't none of the other times. Throughout the whole story, it's going to happen just now.
When a traumatic event happens, like, for example, his sister dying, when Reiju dies, baby, Sanji's getting a power-up, I'm telling you.
The only thing I can say against that is what power-up his brothers and sisters are weak compared to him.
It's the suit. I'm telling y'all, it's the suit. Like when they ain't had a suit at the wedding, they were fodder. They were fodder before they got the suit. They got chained up by Pero at the table. They were fodder.
Yeah, it's true. They suck. They definitely suck. But the point is, like,
you take it a little too far. That don't suck. But
I'm sorry, man. They haven't done anything. Even that last chapter when they beat up loads of people, I was still like, That's what he's supposed to do. That's the least you can do.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's
come on,
supposed
man.
to get beat up by Big Mom them though? Like getting beat up by Big Mom crew don't mean you suck. Like that's one of the first.
Like, okay, let me put it this way, right?
Got beat up too.
Yeah, of course. I ain't, that's not an issue for me. My issue is this, right? They've been gassed up to the point of they're one of the strongest armies. They've been known legendary army and stuff, but they can't see a trap coming.
Yeah.
And Judge even knows we can't trust Big Mom. But then we see him put full on trust in her, and he starts
Yeah.
Stupid. No, that's not
Sleeping with the girls and stuff, drinking and sleeping with the women.
Exactly. Like what?
like it's like this. Like remember when Luffy first met Law and they were asking him about being in the alliance, and he just thought being in the alliance was just being friends. That's just being stupid. Like that's main character. And we know he's like gonna be king of the fire.
And the one thing that made it the worst thing was like you even said yourself, right? They got literally Peril Sparrow just glued him to the table with his candy, and they couldn't do anything just because they didn't have their exo, like they didn't have their suits, which shows to me like I don't think there's any even Sanji will probably be able to get out of that. I don't think there's any character like out of the Monsters trio, especially that would get in that situation and not be able to break out the candy. Honestly, that's just shameful.
Yeah.
How I look at it though, like knowing what Peril's bounty is. And like on top of that, like without their suits, they're like still like superhuman, like superhuman. But having the suits like puts them over the top. That's why I think that like if Sanji got a suit, it'll put him even more over the top.
But like he's like so good. He's like the thing that makes to me like Zoro and Sanji great is because they don't have anything except the abilities they have. There's no devil fruit. There's no nothing.
Exactly.
It's just their haki and stuff.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
So is it confirmed that Niji could use the lightning and the darkness, invisibility because of his suit?
Invisibility.
Didn't he use the electricity when he wasn't wearing a suit? When he meets Sanji in the back?
Yeah, exactly.
When they were fine, when did he do that? When they were fine, like when they showed.
When he did that electric shock thingy, knee to the back of Sanji.
Yeah, needle or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but Sanji uses fire.
No, I mean not Sanji. I mean like Niji and.
All of them just have like elemental, like different elemental powers. It's like Sanji fire there's no reason he should be able to use fire. There's no explanation for why he can set his leg.
I mean, did he have his suit on, Niji?
No, I don't think he had his suit on there. I don't think he did, but I had to go back and look.
No, I don't. I don't think he had a suit. Yeah, I don't think.
The only reason why I think the Vince Smokes are so weak is because they relied on their technology so much, and they never really fought people that were challenges like the Straw Hats have been. Like I think you develop Haki through like battles and determination and all that stuff. And these guys seems like they just been running through everybody with their suits and technology, right? So
exactly, facts. Like this, so that's why I always compare them to Don Krieg. Like that's all they are. They just are.
Yeah.
That makes them look like complete shit compared to Don Krieg.
I mean,
but I feel like they can get stronger. But
I see what y'all saying. Y'all got a point. I understand y'all logic. I understand where y'all coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But I just to me though, like I always look like when people call somebody trash this late in the game in One Piece, it's like it's crazy. Like how you gonna be trash when you get whipped by Kaido and you get whipped by Big Mom? You're not supposed to win that fight. There's no way.
Well, if you go to Kaido's face and plan to backstab him, you better be ready for something. You shouldn't just like show up and have tea and have like sex with his girls and stuff like that and drink and like just be like, oh no, Kaido, you saw through this? Oh my goodness, we're dead.
Yeah, you got a point. But that's just how they character will run.
But I don't think they're trash.
Wait, Reaper, what are you saying?
I think they're stupid. They're not trash. They're stupid.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
I agree. They just made a mistake. They just made a mistake. They thought it was gonna be, and they were just wrong.
Yeah,
come on, man. It's just because their suits. It's like Billy Bob's been saying, man. If it wasn't for their suits, like everyone's superhuman. Like even Usopp's superhuman to a point. He got hit by like a 10-ton hammer or some shit.
The thing was, I feel like if
there's no way
they do. I feel like they could have trained and got Haki and been strong and stuff like that. But I feel like, do you guys watch Dragon Ball Z? I feel like it's sort of like Frieza, Like he never trained ever. So then when he found like after he came back in Dragon Ball Super, he trained for like a couple of months or something like that and caught up to Goku's level that Goku's been training for years and years and years. So it's just like, but then like Goku just passes him again because he's like he never had to face people, right? He's lazy. Like
We seen
he
him
just relies on his.
though.
No, I'm just saying they rely on what they have already. They never strived for more and had to like struggle. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Like Frieza just killed everybody by pointing at them until he met Goku.
Yeah, pretty much. That's true. Yeah, he just won like
He's like
That's
insolence.
I know like people like Dustin want to rate the Vince Smokes and stuff, but they just I'm okay. I can't call them complete trash, but they're just so like they're just the meh. I don't really care.
They haven't been put in a situation where they could succeed though. Like every except the only thing
except for fodder.
I call one thing being trash though. Reiju getting shot by.
Wait, I didn't hear what kind of.
Reiju getting shot by and makes them look trash. That's the one thing I get. That's the one thing. But them losing the Big Mom, that's just you got to take that.
Yeah.
No way you gonna win.
You know, I agree. I agree with that. But Big Mom, like you're on a table, almost getting shot in the face, and you didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
And the worst
and then
part,
Judge was crying. Oh my gosh. She's like, how could you, Big Mom?
I don't want things, Big Mom.
Like,
my dreams. How could you do this?
Exactly.
It's like you were planning to do it to her. What did you expect?
The worst part is like to me, there's nothing wrong with the crying part. Like nothing wrong with him crying, but the fact that he was like crying and begging, like, "Why somebody save me!"
Yeah. Anything wrong with him crying? Don't just try and but that's just the story though. He's an asshole in the story, so that made you look better when that happened. Like when that happened in the story, I was happy. I was like, yeah, that's what your bitch ass get. You're supposed to be crying because you didn't get what you wanted. That to make the reader feel better. Like you don't want him to look like I'm strong. All the shit he done did to Sanji.
No, yeah, that's true. But it's just like the way he seems like even in the backstory for Sanji, he's just like cold-hearted. But when it comes down to it, like his son Ichiji is like, you're embarrassing us, Dad. Like, why are you crying?
Dad looks strong over some little kid. Little kid. Every dad looks strong compared to some little kid. When you really like faced with like a big problem that you know you're supposed to die from this, like they're one of the 4 strongest parents in the world who's gonna kill you right now, and you have no way to make it out because you know you ain't strong enough to beat them. Like, what you gonna do?
No,
just
but
back down and cry like a little bit. Ain't no excuse. I don't agree. I agree he's a bit, but you know what I'm saying?
No, that's the thing though. I'm not going against the crying part. Like if he cried, it's like fuck, I'm gonna die over this bullshit. I can't believe it. But he was crying and saying, "Save me, save me." It was just like, nah, that was too much. I was like, nah, Judges, that's it.
I was just like Sanji, so Sanji can step on the table looking cool and shit, smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just make him look better though, because he been looking like shit the whole. And I don't like when I heard when he was saying like he ain't like when Sanji was crying though. But how would you feel if you Sanji though? When that happened, though, how would you really feel?
No, I understand that point, but it was too much, man. It was like it's like
too much.
It was like it got to the point. I was like, fuck, man, Sanji, like you're the tactical guy. You usually think of plans and shit. Now you're just crying and like, oh, there's no way out.
Sanji get turned down by every girl that he ever meet. He fall in love with every single girl he ever meets, and he finally find one girl in the story that really want to marry him and really down for him. And he go find out like on mistake, like I just happened to go walk outside and I just hear you talking shit about me, like you know what I'm saying? But he really thought they were real, and he just was sad about it. That one scene though that I think is gonna be better in the anime. Like when they do it in the anime with the music, and he gonna be crying, and he gonna be trying to spark up the cigarette, and the cigarette ain't gonna spark up. They're gonna be way better.
Now I get what you're saying, man. But like the way it made me feel, man, I was just too depressed with Sanji. Like I don't want to feel like this anymore. So this is supposed to be Sanji's arc, man. Like after that, I was expecting Sanji to beat up some people and shit, but nothing happened. Nothing happened. The only thing he's doing now, he's baking a cake, man. He's baking a cake. That's his hero moment. Like what?
Yeah, but let me give you this though. Let me lay this on you, love. So if Sanji gets a fight, like a really cool fight at the end of the arc, will that justify the arc for you? Will that feel like better character progression for you for Sanji?
No,
Nah,
but it'll help.
Too trash now. It'll help, but it's the arc's too many inconsistencies, man. This arc stuff. It's just all over the place.
I don't think it's that bad though. Cause we got some cool, like Katurkuri as a character is one of the cooler characters in One Piece history. In like 20 chapters. Like the art can't be complete trash. Like I like that. How people hate Thriller Bark. Like Thriller Bark isn't complete trash.
Thriller Bark's a good arc though.
I like Whole Cake Island, but I don't like how it looked for Sanji.
I'll agree with that. We can agree on that.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. Like I have to disagree, man. I actually think it's the worst arc in One Piece right now. Honestly.
Why?
No.
Okay. Think about it this way: how many plot holes are there right now?
How many you name them? No, I'll argue why they ain't plot holes. I'll play devil advocate.
Okay, Opera coming back out of the blue.
After what?
Him coming out the blue? What do you mean him coming back out?
Okay, for example, obviously he gets knocked out by Jinbei, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then somehow this nigga's not gone on a ship to like somewhere else. We know once you fail and once they find out that the Straw Hats and Jinbei got out, he's basically dead anyway. But somehow he reappears at the like somewhere around the wedding area and is killed. And you're just like, what the fuck?
So you just wanted him to just disappear like forever and never come back up in One Piece?
It makes no sense. Yeah. He was shook from the beginning, saying, "Oh, like everyone shook. All of Big Mom's the pirates are shook. Like once you fail,
like how long away was it? Like how many hours was between it? Like Luffy got out of jail, they slept for a couple of hours, and then
it could have been days actually, right?
No,
it went like 3 days or something like that. Time to leave. That's understandable though. Like I ain't just disappear forever. It's like how when Pound left. I knew Pound was gonna pop back up at some point in time in the story.
No, but it's the fact that what Opera did and he just popped up at the worst possible place. Like it makes no sense, his actions. He should have been on a ship to fucking anywhere but that island.
He might be confident that he could stop the Straw Hats in time, right?
No, he wouldn't.
After getting knocked out by Jinbei? Hell no.
After you get knocked out by like somebody on his crew, ain't no way he beat Straw Hat.
Well, Peril Sparrow lied to Big Mom, and he's still like right next to her. So it's like I guess they're just banking on these Straw Hats getting fucked up and nobody.
I just thought he just lied because he was just scared for that one moment. You know what I'm saying? It ain't deterred me from not liking the arc. Like I ain't sitting up like, oh my god, why did Opera come back and get killed? Like I ain't not like the arc because of that.
Yeah.
All right. Fine, here's another one. How come Cracker, with his last attack, didn't use Haki on his sword?
He did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I think he did, right?
No, he didn't. But before he was piercing through Gear 4.
Because, like, he used Haki, but, like...
Luffy sucked it in.
Yeah, basically.
He, like, absorbed the attack and sucked him in.
I don't know about that, man. That's.
No, it literally shows Luffy sucking him in the anime.
No. I know it shows him sucking him in, but the fact about him not using Haki on the sword, because to me, we saw the guy chopping up Luffy in Gear 4, like not chopping him up, but cutting
his arm,
chopping.
And then now you're telling me you can't poke the guy in the belly? Like what?
Well, the only reason why I think is because he's full of the hard biscuits, right? I don't know. But that still doesn't make sense because it's your skin, right?
Yeah, it still doesn't make sense. It's still your skin. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Luffy had Haki though. Like that. Does that mean that Luffy has stronger Haki than?
No, because he was cutting through Gear 4 earlier.
Well, that was a surprise attack too.
I don't think he thought that. Did you think that he knew that was gonna be his last attack though? Like he had been fighting with this man for 11 hours, and like all of a sudden he just know like, oh, this is my final attack. Like you've been fighting him for 11 hours, like.
But I mean, he wanted to finish the fight off though. It's like if I was to fight this guy for 11 hours, you can't be fucked after a while. You want to just finish it off already. Like.
I think he was just banking on a Cracker getting tired from making all the biscuits.
He was getting tired too, cause like that. It's another reason why, like defending Luffy, like the Luffy versus Cracker fight, like a whole bunch of people think ain't no way he should have been able to beat him. Like I feel like the man had like countless numbers of biscuits, so he can make as many biscuit soldiers as he wants to until his stamina runs out. That's how I understood. And like Gear 4 Luffy Like the only problem Luffy had was he couldn't hit the man. He couldn't hit him. He had to take away like the whole fight. He just trying to stop Crackers from being like beat up Crackers, and he couldn't hit the Cracker. Like when he finally did hit him, he one shot him.
Well, technically, Cracker one shot himself.
Yeah. But when he finally hit him, like before that, Luffy couldn't hit him. Like that was the whole problem with the fight was Luffy couldn't hit him. So if Luffy could hit him, like he beat him. Like I don't understand how people understand it.
My issue's not even with the whole fight. It's like I understand the fact that if it was Luffy versus the Cracker 1-on-1, he should be dead. The only reason he's not dead is because of Nami. But because like that last attack was just too much. I was like, nah, that's just some bullshit. Like everything else I can be like, fair enough. Nami was like making the biscuits wet and stuff, so they're easily eatable. But everything else is like, what? Come on.
Cause like this is how I read it when I read it for the first time. Cause like I don't went back and read it like 2 times after. But how I read it, like the whole reason why Luffy's fighting Cracker is so like the whole reason why it went so long in it. You know what I'm saying? Cause like if you make Cracker look like fodder, the Big Mom pirates look like trash. Like if Luffy comes down there and just curb stomps Cracker like no deal, Big Mom pirates look like even more trash than they are now, right?
Yeah, I get you.
So I feel like, and then like you got to think about story-wise. Like the whole reason why it went so long was so Sanji could go talk to his family, learn like, okay, Zeph died. You know what I'm saying? We'll kill Zeph if you don't go do it. We got to set up all this stuff with the handcuffs and all that stuff is to set up Luffy. Like, well, Luffy's like on the verge of death, so he can go fight Sanji and still take all them hits and look even more cool as a main character. That's how I see it.
Okay. I have no problem with the length of the fight or anything like that. I'm just saying that last attack did not make any sense to me after what they just established. That's all. That's all I'm saying, man.
The only way I could see it making sense is if he's just getting frustrated and he like loses his sense of composure and stuff like that. But
isn't that basically what happened though?
Yeah, like he was getting exhausted and he's just like, yo, fuck this, and he attacked with his main body. Like I don't know if Luffy would have saw that coming, but I don't know. Luffy's like a battle genius when he doesn't even know it, I guess. But
I feel like
it's bad. I'll give you that. It's bad. It's bad. I'll give you that. That's one point.
All right.
Haki on his sword is probably because he couldn't. I mean, he was fighting for 11 hours.
No, but if Luffy can fight for like that amount of time as well, like he was just blitzing Gear 4.
He was eating crackers though.
Cracker could eat on crackers, can't he?
Oh, he wasn't ever shown doing it.
Like he wouldn't think of doing that because it's like eating yourself basically. That's what I feel like. Like, why would I eat my own?
He just makes crackers though. I don't think he looks at it like him. It's like Three uses wax to protect himself. It's like he makes it. It ain't him. Like how Luffy's rubber, he makes cracker. Luffy doesn't make rubber. That's how I look at it.
And like, all I'm saying is like from the amount of fights we've heard about, like when Ace fought Jinbei for ages, they fought like for how many days? Like Cracker can at least go for a couple of days. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, man, we're on a time limit.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, fine.
For a time limit though, that will really just kill Luffy. Like kills all his justification, just like him being like a top tier, like a major top tier, like him having the time limit. If he didn't have the time limit, he easily would perk him out of love.
If Gear 4 didn't have a time limit, he would be like, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna have to say it at Admiral level.
Nah, he ain't Admiral.
No,
gotta have
that's not gonna happen.
some more than that.
Nah,
You gotta have an awakening or something. Like, man, Alkeys and Akainu made Pump Hazard fire and ice. They made
I think after this fight, we'll see if he's Admiral level. If he goes in Gear 4th and handles Katurkuri, I guess that will confirm it.
This is the arc. He ain't just gonna handle Katurkuri. Ain't no way he's just gonna handle him.
He can't. He honestly can't. Like the most he can do is get one good hit in, but be like,
he's gonna win. I don't get it twisted. He's gonna win. Don't get.
Yeah, he's about to fuck up Katurkuri. I guarantee it.
You guys, what you guys smoking, man? What are you thinking?
Why y'all think he's gonna lose? Why y'all think the main character gonna lose in the final fight of an arc?
There's no look. Like he barely beat Cracker, and now he's gonna try.
I can agree with that.
He beat Cracker.
I only I only
And-
started thinking this
and-
after.
Go ahead.
Oh, I only started thinking this after Katakuri literally said, "Oh, it's stressing me out," and you can see he's like getting tired just from like Luffy dodging his attacks. It's like, oh man, this guy's a scrub. Get out of here.
Like, listen though, like he barely beat Cracker though. Like, what happened? Like, listen to what happened in the context of the story. He beat Cracker, went ahead and
With
got
help.
his ass whipped by Sanji, then went and fought like 50 other people in a war right after that. Like, how you gonna do that when you barely beat somebody?
Yeah, that's true.
But they were fodder. Like he was being
Sanji's fodder.
pawn
Sanji's
soldiers.
Sanji's
The pawn
fodder.
soldiers. Oh no, Sanji! He didn't even do anything against Sanji. He let
He
himself.
beat the shit out. He beat the shit out of Luffy. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, because Luffy wasn't fighting back. He was like, "Fuck it, do what you can." Innit?
Yeah.
It still happened though.
Yeah, but that's the point I'm trying to say. Like the guy took Luffy's taking so much damage this arc. Like not crazy amount, but it's enough to be like, "Yo, you're gonna beat a first commander now." Really? After all that fighting you've done this whole arc?
Well,
Nah.
since after he took the nap though, he really ain't fought for real. He really ain't had. After he took the nap before the tea party, he really ain't fought. He really ain't fought.
We all know he's gonna beat Katurkuri.
Like, I don't understand how y'all think he ain't gonna beat this man.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
We
that's why
all know he's gonna beat Katurkuri.
he's not gonna beat Big Mom, so he's got to beat somebody. He's the main character of the series. He got to beat somebody.
This
Look,
next level. This is a stepping stone towards Kaido.
No, the most is gonna happen is this, right? Which is a good theory out there, but I think Chatty made up the theory actually, and it's basically that Katurkuri. No,
Because of Lola.
around that, and the fact is, like, we know Katurkuri doesn't seem like, if you think about it, he's not like Dolphy. He's not like an evil guy. He just does what he has to do, kind of thing. He protects his siblings, and he just does what he has to do. He's not. He doesn't.
Would y'all like that as a how you end the fight?
It makes more sense though. Like if Luffy beats him, I'll be like, what?
Because most people say we want to get no fights in One Piece anyway. So when we finally do get a fight, you want it to get ended off some bullshit.
No, I rather it ends like. Reaper, sorry. Wait, let me hold on one sec. Because we'll keep interrupting Reaper. Reaper, you go.
Z.
Reaper 2.
Yo. Yeah, I thought. Wait, what the fuck? My name's
Reaper.
Hey.
No, what I was saying was, like, I don't want him to like say, "Oh, you saved my little sister from Moe all this time." No, nigga, you broke into our home, you beat up my family, you almost killed my older brother. He's on because of you, nigga. I'm gonna take your head to my mom. They should not be friends. No, he should kill him on the spot. What he did.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, sure.
Like, I don't understand why like people get mad when they like when the arc first started and people were theorizing that him and Big Mom were gonna be friends, and everybody was like, "No, I don't like that. He don't need to be friends with a Yonko." But y'all want him to be friends with a Yonko first, like the second in line of a Yonko? Like, that's cool.
Well,
No,
I always said I could see them being allies with Big Mom.
How?
I could see that.
Oh no, that would be
Easy, yo. Big Mom. It's easy, yo. She respects Luffy after a while. You saw on the first time that they talked to each other on the phone, and Luffy's like, "Yeah, I ate all the candy." What? And she was just like, she just stops for a second, and then she laughs. She's like, "You little brat. No, you didn't. Don't lie." He's like, "No, I'm not lying. I ate it all. 10 tons. I'm going to kick your ass." She's like, "You little shit. Do you know who I am? I'm going to kick your ass." But you could tell she was just kind of like, "Oh, this little fucker." I could see that like sort of escalating when they fight, you know?
Okay, let me just list all the things like Luffy's done to piss off Big Mom, right? Like, how the hell is she gonna forgive all that shit?
Because when they fight,
he beat up Cracker. He destroyed the wedding. Essentially, he's basically made sure they'll never get the plans of Germa. Tried to assassinate her. Fucking like the tomato box is now fucking gone. Like, she's lost loads of shit. They stole. Once she finds out they stole the poneglyph scripture, like, she's gonna be livid, man. She's gonna go on a crazy one.
Ain't no way you can go back to being friends after all this.
Yeah.
all I can say is back to Crocodile. when Luffy destroyed his dreams after he was spending years trying to take over this place in secrecy. He got him arrested. Then
Luffy broke him out of jail.
oh, okay, but what was the circumstance? He's like, I'm gonna kill Whitebeard, and then what happened? Luffy smacked him in the face when he tried to kill Whitebeard again. He's like, damn it, Luffy, why are you doing this? I hoped you get out. And he's just like, nah. And then even after that, he saved Luffy. He did the shambles to get him away from Akainu. So it's like, it doesn't matter. These people respect him.
This was despite the Marines, though.
That is true.
Despite the Marines, like it wasn't just because of Luffy.
Well, the thing, like, do you really think that Crocodile would put himself against I'll go back to this, but do you think that he would put himself against the Kainu for just some random person? It was because it was Luffy, and he told them, don't let them have their way. Like, it was just like, you could tell he's been hurt by them as well, right? But it was like, for sure it was because it was Luffy. He wouldn't do that just for anybody. Then at the end, when the Whitebeard pirates are going up against Akainu at the very end, and it's like a line of them, Crocodile's there with them. So
Yeah.
How I always looked at it though. The reason I looked at it, I was like, okay, that's just because it's like versus the Marines. Like I always thought, like if it would have been like another pirate crew, that they would have been at war, he wouldn't have did that. That's how I thought.
Oh yeah,
thanks for letting the Marines. The Marines are the big enemy at the end of the day. They're a bigger enemy to him than Luffy is.
And you have to think about this as well. Like you have to think about the fact that at least Crocodile definitely respected Whitebeard and Ace, to be honest. So like when Whitebeard died and then Ace died and they're trying to go for Luffy, even he was like, fucking hell, that's a bit relax, all right? You really want too much, like, come on. You're taking like 2 W's now. You want to take them all? Like, this is too much.
I'm gonna be the only one left here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like you go overboard now. Yeah.
But back to Big Mom. I don't know. I could see them being enemies, but as well, I don't know who brought this up in the chat, but I agreed with it as well. Where they said that they could be fighting, and either they're still fighting, or it's in draw, or Luffy beats him. But either way, Katakuri finds out that Big Mom's rampaging on the islands and like killing all of her own people, so he goes to go help, and he can't take her alone, so Luffy helps.
But then, like, what would happen if Big Mom's literally like Luffy takes down Big Mom? Not like in a one-on-one fight, but Straw Hat beats Big Mom. What happens then?
Well, I think that it might be Dogtooth and Luffy, and then Dogtooth might be the successor to the Big Mom Pirates or something, or he might disband or something, take his brothers and sisters and leave. I don't know. Big Mom could just ally with them after she comes down, or she could be in a rage and she goes and takes out Fishman Island. But I don't know.
Because like the reason like I see, you can go ahead.
The way I've always thought about it though, like ever since like Katakuri got introduced into the story, Katakuri's like whole purpose in his whole arc is just to be the antagonist of the arc. Just the person Luffy got to fight, because we've already been shown that Luffy cannot beat Big Mom presently. So he has to beat somebody.
He beat Cracker though.
No, here's the thing. Look, Oda is trying to set up Luffy, right, to go against Kaido. Luffy is not ready. So what does he do? He slowly builds him up. First Luffy, right? Then a third commander. But then he needs help, like even with Luffy. So now this is Katakuri. This is his big. Like that's why he puts so much time in this.
It's one of the biggest fights. It's probably the biggest fight one-on-one fight Luffy's had.
Yeah, exactly. It is his big, like Luffy is his biggest fight, and this is his second biggest fight. And this
wasn't one-on-one though.
Exactly. And this is even one-on-one. So this is obviously meant to be the stepping stone. Like when is Luffy gonna take on Kaido? All right, maybe 3 years later. All right, but there's still a gap between the first commander and Yonko that those 3 years can fill. Right, so this is supposed to be like the big fight of this arc, and then the next one is probably going to be in Wano. So if it's like, for example, if Zoro beats the Shogun, right, and the Shogun is supposed to be like this commander level person, but Luffy can't beat Katakuri, and he goes to Wano, and then it's like, Zoro, what happened?
Probably messed up.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's going to be Luffy.
Like, if he can't beat Katakuri right now, is no logical way why he should be able to go to Wano in like 2 weeks or however long it take them to get to Wano and be like one. It ain't gonna be a one-on-one fight though. Like I still think it's gonna be like it's gonna take all the supernovas that's there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Suppose
It don't make sense that he should be able to even be a threat if he can't beat one Katakuri one-on-one. He shouldn't even do anything.
we have two options, right? If Zoro has beaten the Shogun and Luffy doesn't beat Katakuri, Zoro is stronger than Luffy. Like in feats.
No.
The second option is if Zoro didn't beat the Shogun and Luffy has to save him, but Luffy couldn't beat Katakuri, how is he going to beat the Shogun? Like,
Exactly.
Oh, wait. Okay, think about this. The third option, right? Maybe Katakuri is just a learning step for him because essentially their devil fruits are quite similar. You guys have realized that, right?
Yeah, I realize.
Yeah, like so. The fact is, Katakuri is obviously awakened, which we found out. So, to me, this is kind of this whole fight is going to kind of awaken Luffy's ability. Essentially, he's going to awaken maybe the Gum fruit, and then he can bring that to Wano. But there's no way he should logically win this fight, and there's no way I can see it. Impossible.
Well, one thing that kind of stood out to me when they first started fighting, he's like, "There's no way Rubber would lose to Mochi." So I think it might be a certain thing to do with their devil fruits. Like Katakuri's been trying to put that like on Luffy's head. He's like, anything you could do, I can do, but better.
Yeah,
and he's showing like he's like literally copying his techniques. But the difference is the Mochi is sticky, but the rubber is elastic. So in Gear 4, he uses a lot of that elasticity, and but the Mochi is sticky. He won't be able to replicate that elasticity. So Luffy is hard and with his Haki, but he's still soft and like pliable with the rubber aspect of him. So that's going to take effect. Also, this is my brother's theory, but it's not my theory. He thinks that there's another form to Gear 4, which is going to be the Fire Tank Man. So that fire on top of his body is going to be like melting Katakuri.
I got a theory that like, cause like cause like I don't think people like understand like how the story is going. But like, most people like, okay, he's getting his ass whipped right now. Like Luffy doesn't stand a chance to get that man right now. But to be completely honest, knowing everything we've known in the story, should base Luffy get his ass whooped by Katakuri? Like, shouldn't that be what's happening right now? Like, shouldn't we already know that? Well,
yeah, of course, but it's not even base Luffy. It's like Gear 2 Luffy.
That's
Gear
base
3
Luffy.
is not. Gear 3 ain't doing anything either. So now,
he got shit on by Doflamingo until he went Gear 4. That's base Luffy, because he can use it whenever he want to. Like, it ain't no drawbacks like how it was before the time skip. Because like before the time skip, if you use Gear 30, turn into a little kid. Like that's just regular. They're like Gomu pistol nowadays. That's how I look at it. But my theory is that, because like in last week's chapter, when he used Gear 4, he didn't use Haki on it. He didn't use Haki on it. And you can like say, oh, well, that's just because Katakuri's seen the future. He just hadn't used it yet. But when Oda drew it, he made sure that you knew that he didn't put Haki on his arm when he went Gear 4. Well, I think my theory is that he has a version of Gear 4 that specializes in observation Haki. Because like Bound Man specializes in ornament Haki. He uses ornament Haki on his wrist and it specializes in ornament Haki. Like when Doflamingo was kicking him and it was still, you know what I'm saying, rubbery or whatever. And him using observation Haki should be able to let him stay in Gear 4 for longer. Because it shouldn't use up as much Haki as ornament Haki does. That's my theory. Because that'll make more sense. That way we get a longer fight.
I don't know, man.
Oh, that would be so funny if he blows all the oxygen to his brain to make him think a lot faster, and that's how he does it. It's like observation mode.
It could also be like a brawl, like with Luffy versus Lucci. Like at first he's like underdog, but slowly, like Lucci's starting to see some things, like how Luffy started to dodge Katakuri, you know. And then slowly, like Luffy goes into Gear 2 against Lucci, and then he's like, "Whoa, what is this?" And or like Luffy goes Gear 4 against Katakuri. Katakuri could be like, "Oh, what is this?" And then they have like this brawl, and then
Katakuri already knows Luffy is going to go Gear 4.
Yeah, no. He only saw him like go Gear 4, boo, and he said like, "Oh, Gear 4, interesting." So
he's only seen Gear 4 like one time, for like 2 minutes when he punched Big Mom with it.
Yeah, so this could be like with so we have a lot of similarities here. When Luffy went Gear 2 against Lucci, they had this brawl, and then So Luffy's still getting the underhand. Like Luffy's getting the upper hand, and Luffy goes gear. Like,
okay,
Luffy
I
went
don't,
gear.
I don't interrupt 44, but I've got to interrupt you there because even when he went gear 2 against Lucci, it was even. Like they were giving each other good like attacks, but this is so one-sided at the moment. That's what I'm saying.
What I was saying is that Lucci was Lucci was overpowering Luffy, right? Katurkuri is overpowering Luffy. Luffy went gear 2. That's how he kept up a little bit with Lucci. Probably Luffy's going to go gear 4, going to keep up with Katurkuri. All right? Now, Luffy had to use gear 3 against Lucci. That was his only time when he had like that one upper hand. Probably now Luffy's going to use King Kong gun, the Island Splitter. And that's probably just the one-time hitting also. So we have a lot of similarities. Like, and then probably at the end, Luffy's gonna go down and he's gonna be like, I can't win, whatever. And then he gets up and he gives his last like brawl, and then the Katakuri can't take it. I mean, that could also be something like that.
Yeah, I think Luffy versus Doffy was more like Rob Lucci versus Luffy rather than Katakuri versus Luffy, because like if like Luffy goes and beats Katakuri, I don't think there will be much meaning left for the fight that he had with Doffy.
True.
Let me explain how I think the power works, how I think the power scale works. Okay, so Luffy fights Doflamingo, right? When Luffy fought Doflamingo, he's using gear 2nd and gear 3rd, and he couldn't even land a decent hit on Doflamingo, right?
Yep.
All right, so in the power scale, and Doflamingo.
Yeah, but it's like it's just been, I think, 2 weeks in the anime storyline that since Luffy arrived in Whole Cake Island.
Okay. All right. Okay, but what I'm
like in that time frame, what can Luffy like really like achieve that he could take down a Yonko commander? Like, if he can take down a Yonko commander, and right now Luffy is in a state where he had fought the big man, like Big Mom's army, he fought with Kaker, and now if he goes and defeats Karakuri, then man, like Luffy should be at Armor River right now.
You look like the main character if you do all that. But
I think it.
But I think like people are like seeing now, like people are now seeing One Piece like Dragon Ball. Like main character has to go one-on-one with the main character. But like Oda is like right now, Oda is trying to set up a storyline where he is showcasing that Luffy will need help of different people to take down main character from now on, because now it's just bigger game than what he was doing back then, because Luffy now has a 5,000 plus fleet of subordinates under him, and even like I think I forgot his name, Bartolomeo, I hope I pronounced that right. He even told that Luffy is going to need more people to take down the foes that he's going to face from now on. It's not going to be one-on-one. Yeah, you can go and just beat a Yonko on yourself. That's not going to happen, and that's not going to happen for, I think, the first commander also.
I just feel like if Luffy loses this one, he's gonna need like another 2-year gap or something. Like, how could he face a commander anytime soon?
Yeah,
or how could he face a Yonko anytime soon?
Like that is more possible, because like for the fight with the Kaido, I think Oda has already set up different like allies for Luffy, because Law is there, Zoro is there, Kid is there, Apu is there, Hawking is there, Drake is there. Like these all supernova is there, and to say that hey, like after 2 years Luffy got this strong, and to say Kid is a trash, I don't think that's like really true. I think Kid has also gotten stronger. It's just that Kid versus Kaido on one-on-one, Kaido wreck Kid. But if they all combine their power to take down a Yonko, they can do it. And there is a huge number of people. I mean, Kid, Hawkins, like Killer, Apu, Capone, like there are all supernovas going against a Yonko. Like there are like 7 or 8 people going against one man who are on the same level.
And don't forget the Wano people of Wano's or the samurai.
Yeah, they are also like even they have like some of the strongest samurai, and maybe some of the samurai cannot revolt against Kaido individually, but when they see Luffy and company coming now, they will join forces with them to take down Kaido.
Also,
so it's not going to be like Luffy going head to head with Kaido on one-on-one battle. That's not going to happen, man.
Yeah. Also, they're going to get what's his name, the Phoenix guy, Marco.
Yeah, Even Marco is going. I mean, you have a first commander of Whitebeard
Like
going to one
army,
to
yeah.
help him.
But
Yeah,
this is why I disagree with you though. Like based on the story, like story-wise, we're going to Kaido to beat Kaido. We didn't come to
Yeah.
Big Mom to beat Big Mom right now. Like Luffy stated, like multiple times in the story, that he's not trying to beat Big Mom right now, and that's why we're not going to beat Big Mom right now.
Yeah.
My whole point is that he should be able. He's not like my point is like if base Luffy fighting against Doflamingo couldn't like gear second and gear third Luffy couldn't hurt Doflamingo. He should. It's no way in hell he should be able to hurt Katakuri, who's on a whole different tier than Doflamingo.
Yeah.
That's why
but here's the thing. People
Wait,
evolve.
wait. I think that's debatable because the one thing about the fight with Dolphy that Luffy had a problem was the fact that Dolphy said in gear third he had the power but he didn't have the speed.
He was slow, and gear second was too fast but wasn't strong.
It was exactly. So gear fourth was the perfect balance of both.
He hit him though. That's my whole point. If he can't hit Doflamingo, why should he be able to beat Katakuri? Hit Katakuri, who's on a whole.
Well, he was messing up Doflamingo in Gear 4. Like messing him up. Like Doflamingo was like a ragdoll.
That's where my point comes from. That's why my point comes into play. Because like when he goes Gear 4, he should be at least be able to fight Katakuri, right?
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
That's my
like
I'm saying,
like the whole thing with like Dofi and Luffy's fight, like a lot of people get hyped because when Luffy went Gear 4, people were like, oh, he's going to best Dofi, and he did. But when Dofi activated his awakening, Luffy was having troubles fighting against Dofi. So he was not on the
island after that. Like how he slapped him into the island.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I'm saying is it definitely held Luffy back a little bit more, but I still feel like he really couldn't do anything. Like even when he caught Luffy with those awakened strings, even when he caught him,
like
Luffy
the only way like Luffy could defeat Dofi at that present time was if Luffy had mastered Gear 4. Because when he was down, like Dofi could have literally killed him when he was down, but he had the help with Viola and Rebecca, that whole thing about like they coming in. And he had the time to rest up and get back up and then again use Gear 4. So the second time using Gear 4, he took down Dofi. But if it was like no one there, just a one-on-one fight, Dofi would have killed like Luffy.
Yeah, not only that, he was already internally bleeding, holding in his organs together from Law's attack.
Yeah. That's why I said it's not a one-on-one fight. But my whole point is like, I understand where y'all coming from. But like every scenario, I understand. I really do understand. But every scenario, the only reason why he's even been in doubt of losing in Gear 4 is because of the time.
Yeah.
It's because of the time.
Not really. I don't know. I just felt like Katakuri was so superior to everyone we've seen so far. But then now that he's saying he's getting stressed out because Luffy's dodging, it's just kind of weird.
I think like the stress out part of like Katakuri, I think it is more like what you said about Frieza. Like I think Katakuri has never met never been in a fight where he has to put more effort to it, and he's just frustrated with Luffy dodging every attack. It's not like he's being scared or something.
Yeah, he's looking down on him though. It's like a fly. It's like I'm trying to swat at a fly. It's getting on my nerves. I can't kill a fly because he's looking down on Luffy. That's the whole series. Every person that he's ever fought, they always constantly look down on Luffy. He's just a dude with the rubber fruit. I look down on him too if I'm Katakuri and I'm like a Yonko commander and this little dude with the rubber fruit really think he can really just fuck with me like this.
But that's Garp's grandson.
That don't matter. That don't your parents.
Yeah, it do.
Completely different person. Michael Jordan's son, Michael Jordan's son was trash in basketball, but that Michael Jordan. It doesn't matter who your family, it doesn't matter who you are.
Oh yeah, but you also gotta look at it. Garp is the Marines' hero.
Yep.
He bought in Gold Roger. He's the GOAT of the Marines of all time.
Yeah.
Dragon is for just off of hype alone. He got more hype than Shanks.
Yeah.
Off real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The most wanted person in the world. Then you got this kid. Oh, Big Mom. Oh, you Garp grandson. Alkaji, you Garp grandson. Everybody, you Garp grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, you probably don't got the sauce.
You got to go out and
prove. Marine 4 happened. Yeah, not. But as soon as Marine 4 happened, he out there. All of a sudden, King Conqueror Haki started flying everywhere. Everybody like, Luffy, what you seen Akainu? Nah. I gotta end you right here, right now. I ain't even let you be like your daddy. your dad is too much of a problem already. If we let you become as strong as him and a headache like him, as much as they see as us, we probably won't even walk through that. I don't care probably who we got. You seen so far, Luffy got the voice of all things, all this other stuff he got going for him. Everybody rallying behind Luffy. Most likely, he gonna be the talk of the reverie. Luffy is like, let me see how to put it, like the Goku of the One Piece.
Yeah,
the main character.
yeah,
Yeah. Like the man got all this stuff going for him. Even though people probably in their mind when they see him, Moria, you just straw hat Luffy. I can whoop you. I had to fight Kaido.
Exactly.
And what the first thing that happened, he got his behind beat.
Everybody in the story get their ass whooped by Luffy. Like Crocodile, when he came in, Crocodile whooped Luffy 3 times. Supposed to kill. He really should have died then in the story. That when he really. He should have died in Log Time. He got saved in Log Time. He's supposed to die like almost every arc. I don't understand why people just now like realizing like he gonna get his ass whooped before he wins.
Yeah,
that's how you create drama in the story. Like you gotta have some kind of drama. If he go in there and just beat the shit out of everybody, it'll be a boring story.
It's gonna be like Fishman Island for every arc.
Yeah,
well, we know Luffy got all this stuff.
I get what you lot are saying there, but it's like this is the new world now. It's not the opponents he fought before in the Grand Line. The new world's the low. Everybody like he literally took a 10-year break. No, that's not the same thing. He took a 2-year break just to get strong enough to get to fight in the new world. Like if he went straight in already, we can all agree he'd be dead already. Like
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like this guy, the new world's different, right? You're right about that, but it's not it's not gonna progress different because he had his preparation. They all had their preparation. That's why they're gonna end up differently.
No, but like think about this. Now I get what you're saying, but think about the situations he's been in. The last drag out fight he had was with Dolphy, right? And he needed Law's help. It was like him, Law half, him the other half, right? So if it wasn't for Law, he would have beat Dolphy.
Yes,
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, but his chances were still higher though, because Law did say like I'm pretty much.
I think he still could have beat Dolphy. It's just Law helping him.
No.
Curb stomping. Time limit. You gotta be real now, cause Dolphy got his ass knocked. Like be completely real now.
Okay, let's be real. Let me ask you this question. All right. Okay, let's be honest. Who in the One Piece verse could take a gamma knife and still keep fighting and almost win?
Whitebeard.
No, but
that's what he had was worse than the gamma knife. He was old, sick, dying, having heart.
That's true.
That man was having heart attacks out down in the
I get that, but that's a Yonko. But I'm saying like, there's not a lot of people that could deal with that kind of situation. The guy literally made your organs like degenerate, basically.
No, but here's the thing.
Zoro too.
First of all, Dolphy.
No, Zoro's done, bro. I don't care about that.
Dolphy was completely pounded.
Yeah, I feel strong.
Here's the thing, though. Dolphy was pounded until he used. So Luffy could have won Dolphy within the time limit if he did not have awakening. The moment Dolphy was awakening is when the stalling began.
Yeah, it stalled him out. I agree with that.
Exactly.
That's when Luffy. That's when he said like Luffy's gonna run out of time. I'm gonna win, and he was right.
But then that's like saying that Luffy could have beat Whitebeard, but then Whitebeard used his powers. That doesn't make sense, man.
I'm not saying
Luffy had awakening from the very beginning because he said to Luffy that you are just like a noob to the whole devil fruit power thing, because there is another level to devil fruit power, and that's awakening, which he already had. And to say that like Luffy could have beaten Dolphy if he had not had awakening is like saying he could have beaten this guy even if he did not use this.
But the thing is that
do you think
you're taking Whitebeard as an example. That's a bad example because Whitebeard did not have like a hidden technique or something. But Dolphy like literally came out of nowhere with the awakening. You gotta admit that.
Do you guys think that the awakening could have happened during his battle with Luffy, but he knew about it beforehand? Like he knew about awakening, but he just never unlocked it until that moment.
Luffy probably had awakening way before, man.
It seemed like he didn't know anything about awakening. That's how I thought about it. Cause like when Dolphy started talking about awakening, he just like you can do this. Like this is part. I didn't think he knew about.
No, not Luffy. Doflamingo.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Luffy
he-
had
Doflamingo, like
definitely had it.
Doflamingo had awakening way before he
Yeah.
fought Luffy,
He-
because even in Marineford, I think in Impel Down, like Jinbei or someone else pointed out that those were the awakened Zoans.
That
So
was
awakening was
Crocodile.
far more
But that-
ahead, like it stated far
Mhm.
more back.
it was
Yeah,
stated, but I
he,
don't think you've ever seen somebody like use it, like in a fight.
He's a,
Before
yeah,
that, it was just
that's when you know they're pushed.
It was the
they're
it was the
really
guard.
pushed
It was
to
the demon guards. They was fighting
yeah,
Luffy.
the Minotaurus and all. I don't want.
That's when you know
Minotaurus is
they're
deeper.
really pushed to the max. You know, when they have to go to awakening. So
But let
that's
me ask y'all this though: do y'all really think we really overestimating Gear 4 though? Because like I'm just going off what I was shown in the manga.
no. Here's the thing, though.
All I
Gear
know is
four,
when Luffy
Gear
used-
four, Gear 4 is not overestimated. He was keeping up with awakening powers. Like he was dodging. He was going around. He was,
Okay, but I'll say this though. Out of all the characters, that Dolphy's probably the best villain of the series, to me anyway.
Yes, he is.
100%. But the problem with Dolphy was he kind of had the same problem that Crocodile did. He got lazy. To me, Dolphy should have been much stronger. But he once he got the kingdom, he got comfortable. He was chilling. He had the whole like underground thing going for him. He didn't need to fight loads of people. He didn't keep up his abilities. He got to a point where he could control people, and that was it. He didn't need to get any to him. He didn't need to get any stronger. Like that's why you fight someone like Katurkuri. Like he must go out on missions to accomplish stuff for Big Mom and been in wars and stuff. So to me, that's a whole different situation. Like
How far do y'all think Gear 4 strength is now? Because I'm like reading the comment and people think
Yeah.
it's a problem if Gear 4 is right hand level. Like how is that a problem? It has a time limit. You can only use it 15 minutes. How far do you think up the line Gear 4 is?
Versus who?
Like I'm saying, like is it first commander, second commander, third commander? Like what do you put Gear 4 at?
It depends.
Gear
which
4
form.
against a first commander, like if Luffy did not had that time limit, and if he
I think he won.
like fought against the first commander, I think he would take down Katakuri with high difficulty.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah, that
he was.
now, I still
yeah.
think he'd lose. I still think
He,
he'd lose.
he
I don't
was
think
third
Katakuri
commander.
is a god to y'all.
Who?
No, I'm just
Katakuri?
saying. Katakuri's
Nah,
just like
Katakuri ain't a god to me.
Guys,
Not to
Like,
them,
if
probably.
he's still losing, that's strong.
no.
That's
Just
strong.
look, man. The guy's a first commander. Like that's the first time he's fought someone on that level. And to me,
Marco.
a first commander can fight an admiral. And to me, Luffy and Gear 4 can't fight an admiral. Even in
Why?
Gear 4.
Hold on. Why not? You got trained by one of the most OP people in the versus history. Rayleigh.
Yeah.
Somebody who Kizaru said,
Who fought
I'm
at?
gonna need a whole other batch of people just to deal with you, and I'm the dude who can move at the speed of light. You're telling me,
Admirals are stronger than
Luffy, who?
in first commander.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying. You're
I
telling
like
me
this comment.
that Luffy, who already shown the power to see into the future, like Katakuri is doing now, but everybody forgot that he did the Marine Corps. Rayleigh taught this man how to pretty much master Haki or whatever forms of it, and helped him out on Devil Fruit training, Gear 4 included. He can teach him how to do all this stuff, and Luffy at that point can tangle with vice admirals and stuff, knock out giants in one hit. Couldn't tangle with the high tier vice admiral like Momonga and Doberman and them. And he can't touch an admiral in Gear 4. He broke out of Doflamingo's little parasite string, something that Diamond Juzu couldn't do, who was on Whitebeard's crew. He broke out of that easily like it was nothing. He one-shot of the 3rd Division commander when he went to Tank Man. You're telling me?
Oh, okay. Well, that's
One shot.
okay.
Don't.
Yeah.
No. I'm calling. No. I'm just saying it for me. To me, I believe that's the one shot. To everybody else, everybody has their own vice.
Okay,
No,
man.
no,
Everything
no.
else is like on your page, but then that's a bit too
Yeah.
far, man.
Okay. No.
Do you guys think it's possible that all these guys are around the same level? They just have different attributes, like Katakuri, Cracker, and Doflamingo. Like for instance, Cracker was really weak physically. He said, like he can't stand damage. Do you think that the Gamma Knife would have taken out Cracker?
I don't think he would have
The
hit.
whole healing thing with Doflamingo was based on his own powers.
All right, hold on. Oh, wait, let me just Bushido Brown, finish what you're saying first, guys. Trying to get a point out quickly.
Oh, from the Gear 4 thing. Oh, I was saying if Goldie Roger, the most OP person in the versus history, trained Luffy, and Luffy was fighting Katakuri, nobody in their right mind would have a thought that, oh, Luffy's most likely gonna lose this because he's fighting Charlotte Katakuri. You know, it's Big Mom's first division commander, Sweet Commander. Everybody be like, Gold Roger train him. That's like in Dragon Ball, if in Dragon Ball Super, if the Omni King trained Goku. I'm not afraid of cheering. The Omni King trained me. Goku probably knows some OP stuff. That's what I'm saying. If Rayleigh can train Luffy, I'm pretty sure that within the time frame that he showed what Luffy could do in the first year and a half, they never showed what Luffy learned after Rayleigh left for the last 6 months. And Luffy is able to knock out a third division commander of a Yonko's crew. You telling me that he can't tangle with at least a first division commander? Plus, the story is about 60-70% done, and he still can't beat a young. He gonna have to fight Kaido eventually in the next arc, most likely.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to be able to
with everybody else, right? Yeah,
with help. But the point I'm making is, right? Look, the guy you said essentially, well, no, whoever said it basically that Luffy could be a first commander of Gear 4 was infinite, yeah. And I'm saying, I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for either of them. But to me, a first commander who's probably been in like countless different battles just to become first commander of a Yonko's crew, no less, shouldn't lose to a rookie no matter what. Like even though Luffy's been in there for what 2-3 years now, whatever, as a pirate, it still ain't enough, man. You shouldn't be able to beat a first commander. First commanders fight admirals. They fight admirals. So you're saying I'm not saying Luffy gets washed. I'm saying it would be a good fight, but he shouldn't win. He shouldn't win.
Cause he's green. That's what you're pretty much equating.
Yeah, he hasn't got enough experience. Like he hasn't been through the wars. Just because he's been trained doesn't mean if you can train so hard for boxing, but if you go and start fighting,
let me ask.
Let me ask you something.
All right, let me ask you something. Say if like in the world of sport, if one person been in the league or whatever league they're in, a little bit of time or they're veteran and they're pretty good, but a new person comes along, even though they've been in there like 2-3 years, it's not possible for a new person to come in and be just as good, if not better, than the veteran that's already been in there and everybody thinks is already great. Right. Such as like if in football, everybody knows Tom Brady is one of the best ever. But Aaron Rodgers, even though he came in, he sat down, he didn't play for like the first 3 years of his career. The next 3 he wins the Super Bowl and he does other stuff, and people was like, okay, he's on the level of somebody who already been in here, a veteran, and probably already surpassed it. But in the anime sense, if Luffy does the same thing to Katakuri, nobody will accept it. That's one of the things I don't get.
It's like this. This is a bad example. That example, I don't know much about NFL. I can do basketball since I'm assuming most people know about it. It's like when LeBron first went to the league, he was the chosen one, everything like that.
Yeah, Jordan.
You know LeBron James. Come on.
Who's LeBron? Is that the little white guy or?
This guy Billy boy.
I'm just joking.
Like when LeBron, like his first 3 years, he was the man, but he wasn't the best player in the league. Kobe was still the guy. Kobe was still that guy. So all I'm saying is, if you've been in the league only for 3 years, you can't be that guy. But after a couple, like once you got to what, like six or seven, LeBron was that guy. No one could doubt it. He was the best player in the league and still is right now. So all I'm saying is, you need time. You need to go through some playoffs. You need to go to some battles, some wars. You need to go through a lot more stuff. You do, of course.
No, you don't have to, but people will accept it a lot easier if you went through them. People seeing you go through them. That's like a new character in the show. Like, say One Piece, all of a sudden, we just see like Fujitora. They say they just drafted Fujitora out of the blue. Him and
and
they're brand spanking new into the verse, and they're already admiral level. They whooped Law, and Law been in the game for a while since he was a little kid.
Okay, let's put it this way.
That means you don't accept that Fujitora pretty much no diff Law while eating ramen. looking at the sky while
Man.
I was lost.
All right, I'll put it this way,
plastered on
right?
the deck of the ship.
I get what you're saying, Bushido, but first of all, let's put that shit in the context. It was Law, but after he really been in a fight with fucking Dolphy versus Dolphy and Fujitora. And second,
Yeah.
we have no idea what Fujitora. He's obviously a samurai or something like that back in the day because he had a sword. So my man must have been a beast before even to get to that point. No one's gonna just become an admiral off just that. He must have been a beast from day one. They gave him a. I'm just saying.
Big Mom.
Oh, Big Mom is the most horseshit. That's some horseshit.
I'm going by what the story gives me. Big Mom was OP as a 5-year-old. She threw a giant and pretty much killed them.
Yeah, and Doflamingo definitely would have killed Fujitora if he could.
No.
As a joke.
No, if he could have, he definitely would have.
You think Dolphy killed Fujitora?
No,
if he could have
killed Fujitora when him and Fujitora had that clash in the castle, if he could have killed him, like Doflamingo could have did everybody else in the town, pretty much everybody else, he would have did it. That's like if Bellamy was Fujitora and Bellamy and Fujitora switched places, he clashed with Bellamy. He would have just killed him right then and there. But since he's Fujitora and he knows he's that strong, he just said clash. All right, he walked away afterwards. That's like Aokiji. He clashed, but he was like, screw it, walk away.
Here's the thing, though. Doflamingo, I don't know who said that, but he's right about if he could have killed Fujitora there, he would have. Because here's the thing. Yeah. You say that?
Me, yeah.
Yeah.
It was Billy Bob, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because the way I got it was that Fujitora was basically coming into his territory, right? He was basically saying, I'm going to abolish the Shichibukai system.
Yeah.
I'm going to push it, right? So this man is right in front of you. And we know Doflamingo. He's like crazy. He's like psycho. He's not crazy, but he's a psychopath. So if he the way he sees Fujitora now is like the main target. Because if Fujitora steps into the reverie, he could lose his position, he could lose everything. If he takes Fujitora out there, like he could string some strings, he could like make some connections, do some things, and then get out of the business. So that's why if he could have killed Fujitora there, he would have.
Not only that, if he could have killed Aokiji, he would have killed him, and he would have killed Smoker. But Aokiji froze him up real quick. He's like, nope, that's my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he would have done that to Aokiji though. I mean,
no, but he tried to. He literally tried to kill Smoker right in front of him. And he's like, "Don't touch him!" And he's like, "Oh, Aokiji," and he went for it.
Exactly. So why wouldn't he try to kill someone that is actively right in front of your eyes?
Because he knows he can't.
Exactly. So
yeah.
he even kicked him. Like he tested out his strength.
Yeah.
He tested him out. And then Fujitora was like, wait, we're going to do this diplomatically,
He's like, don't be hasty.
Don't be hasty, man. We're going to do this on paper.
Anyway,
deal with these youngins first.
To finish off my point is this, right? No matter how much training you get, nothing's ever going to be experience, man. No matter, you can be trained by the best fighter in the world, but if you don't go and get a few fights under your belt, you're not ready. You're not ready. You can't challenge like one of the top people after that. That's all I'm saying, man.
I disagree.
All I'm saying,
we get what you're saying, but
sorry, man, I'm interrupting you. All I'm saying is that.
Oh no, you know.
Okay, so thanks. The thing that I'm gonna revert back to Katurkuri now. I just want to say that the thing that stuck out to me was that Zoro said during what was the arc? Water 7.
Punkadder?
No,
Water 7. Okay.
Water 7, yeah. He said at Water 7. Like, we haven't been noticing this, but every time we go into fights, we get stronger. So that still sticks in my mind. Like, that means that current gear for Luffy is not the gear for Luffy that fought against Cracker. It's not the gear for Luffy that fought against Doflamingo. Like, these people, like, even we don't realize it, actually. But they get stronger, like, after every fight. Even Zoro said that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, So the fact that like you guys argued about Gear 4th a while ago, like actually you're all right, because that's when he was at that point, and now he's at this point, and then he's now at this point. That's why I think that he's going to win against Katakuri. That's why I think that.
Oh my! Oh, you get okay, man. This stream's going crazy right now. Wait, I need to know how many people think. Wait, let me just ask this. Well, let me just ask this. Like, I just want to know how many people on the stream right now think that Luffy's beating Katakuri.
I do.
I do.
No.
I just want to say, even if he doesn't beat him, Nikki, suppose he doesn't beat him, that doesn't take away my argument that he got actually stronger. He's not the
he has got stronger, but he's not beating Katakuri.
Yeah, but that's the
Why
thing.
not?
That's the thing. We're still arguing about the Gear 4 that is fighting Katakuri and comparing him to fighting Godofy. Who knows that he could actually win Dofi within the time limit if he was...
Okay, now let me ask you guys this, okay? Now, do you think Luffy can take on a Yonko right now?
No.
Yeah.
Any Yonko with his black bear.
One-on-one?
By every Yonko
Yeah.
would be one-on-one.
One-on-one, no.
Yeah, one-on-one. No, right? Now, in the Fishman Island, when Luffy first arrived, and he did his Conqueror's Haki, and like 50,000 people led unconscious. I think in SBS, Oda stated that if Shanks would have been there and used his Conqueror's Haki, every single one of them, including Horizons, would be down unconscious.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
I could see the
that
Straw
tells you
Hats
the
getting knocked out.
Yeah, like that tells you the difference between the power of a Yonko and a power of like straw, like Luffy right now. And a lot of like One Piece fans like do it in a way like where they say that, you know, hey, Shanks is one of the like strongest dude in the One Piece, and like Big Mom is the weakest Yonko of them all. But right now, like the way I see it is the power scale within the Yonko, it's not that vast of a difference between their powers, because I think that maybe one may be a little bit stronger than the other, but it's not like one is way much stronger than the other. I think Big Mom is equally on the same level as Shanks and equally on the same levels of Kaido, but it is more like Aokiji and Akainu when they fought, because they were both of the same rank. They had both the powers to take down each other, but it came down to a long tenuous fight where one stood tall and one fall down. So I don't think like for Luffy to take down
I think it was the Devil Fruits, right?
Yeah, it was the Devil Fruits.
Yeah,
it's exactly. So yeah, people are too much like making too much.
Like they are exaggerating the power scale too much, like saying that one person is way too much stronger than the other. Now, I think the way like we see it, like why Luffy could not take Katakuri is, I think, is more like towards the storyline itself. Like if like Whole Cake Island was the after Fishman Island and Luffy introducing Gear 4 to Katakuri for the first time, then we could have like seen this gone on a different way. But like seeing Luffy already put out everything he has against Dofi and now fighting a stronger character than Dofi within like 2 weeks of the time frame that has passed away in the anime timeline, and to beat a character, it does not make that much sense, and it does not give that much meaning to the fight with Luffy.
It actually does make sense.
You're still saying
it actually does make sense.
I just said.
Think about it.
I just said that Zoro said, like, it's confirmed. It's basically canon. They get stronger after every fight.
Yeah, but
they get stronger, but they don't get stronger to a point where they can just take down the first commander, man.
No, but
what were you saying, Bushido?
We agree with you, but like you're assuming he gets. Wait. No, we agree with you, right? But the fact you're saying like his growth is ridiculous, though. It's like we know he gets a bit stronger, but strong enough from struggling against a warlord to beating a first commander. Who don't forget, by the way, guys, that even Dofi shook of first commanders. Like when he heard Jack might come around, he was like, "Oh shit!" Like there, people are shook of first commanders. People like on Dofi's level. So all I'm saying is like what Zed Rakion saying is like that amount of growth is ridiculous, man. That's like at least a few like fights away.
Like to go head to head with it, like
from Katurkuri.
All I'm saying right now is like for Luffy to go head to head with Katakuri and give him a hard time, that is entirely possible and he can do that. But to him to go and beat Katakuri right now, it's not going to happen, man.
But what do you think, Bushido?
Because if he takes down Katakuri, then that automatically puts him in the situation he has to beat Big Mom as well.
But
I don't see that.
Really didn't. For one, Luffy didn't go all out versus Doflamingo like that. If he
He
did,
did,
you would
man.
have
He
seen.
did.
Yeah, he.
What do you
No,
mean?
He
no.
I
did.
say
He
he did. I
did
say he
go
did.
out all out with
Let me
Luffy.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
All right,
Yeah. Okay.
guys.
Okay.
let
Okay.
me
You
say
go
this.
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Go. Go.
All right, all right. When Luffy fought Doflamingo, soon as he hopped out, when he did the Gear 4, Luffy
Yeah.
just all of a sudden, all right, Gear 4, Cone Gun, Rhino Schneider covering
Yeah.
in the bazooka. But
Yeah.
half the time while Luffy was fighting Doflamingo when he was in Gear 4, Luffy sat there and was talking. You seen the townspeople talking to him, having full blown conversations. Why is Lucy here? Doflamingo, why are you even here out here with us? What is going on? They saying something. And you see Luffy. They show in the manga and the anime. Luffy actually sat there, sitting there bouncing while he's in Bound Man, just sitting there waiting for Doflamingo to get up. He didn't rush him. He didn't do none of that. But if Luffy would have just said, "Screw it," been on like bloodlusted or whatever we want to call it, Luffy would have pretty much beat Doflamingo on that first go round because he even said right before Gear 4 he ran out the first time, yeah, if I hit you one more time, one more attack will end it. He ran up just for a regular cone gun, like a basic punch to end Doflamingo. But if Luffy would have just said, "All right," came out from the jump and would have been like, "Okay, King Kong guns back to back," Doflamingo would have been down. Doflamingo, in my opinion, ain't tanking like at least two of them. And
Yeah. Look.
Luffy, in the time frame he fought Doflamingo, he could at least launch three of them from all the attacks he pulled off against him
Yeah.
because he launched like at least 5 or 6 attacks on Flamingo. He could at least did 3 King Kong guns on Doflamingo and knocked him
Yeah.
out, and then people would have had a different outcome. I mean, they would have been
Yeah.
saying something different when it pertains to Luffy fighting Katakuri. They were like, "Well, he did beat Doflamingo in Gear Force first time he ever did it. He did beat Cracker, and next arc he is going pretty much for to go against Kaido, even if it's 1-on-1 or like all shit
That's
Supernova
more. That's
versus
more.
Kaido, people were like more likely to accept it. But since Luffy didn't do that, he just sat there and waited because they clearly showed when Luffy fights people, he only goes to a certain extent when he fights people. When he fought Hody Jones, if that was the case, he never went Gear 4 versus Hody Jones. He could have just one
Yeah.
shot him out of the gate. When Noah was falling, he could have just went Gear 4 King Kong guns back to back and just blew the ship clean apart. But he doesn't. The
Yeah.
story
But
has
look.
clearly shown Luke. Yeah,
Yeah, look, I agree with you to the point where, like, Luffy, if he had not had that time limit in Gear 4, he would have wrecked Doffy without Law's help. I can guarantee you that. But because he does not have that, like, mastery of Gear 4 right now, and to say that Luffy has mastered the Gear 4 in this time frame where he has traveled from the Dressrosa arc to the Whole Cake Island arc, and to say that he has already mastered Gear 4, then that would be crazy. Because right now, what Luffy needs to beat Karakuri is the mastery of Gear 4 itself, and he has not done that. Because we have already seen the extent of Gear 4 with Doffy, not the full extent, but the extent where he had to have struggled with Doffy. Now, if he masters, like, if he was in a state where he had mastered Gear 4 without any, like, consequences of the time limit, then he could beat Karakuri, and we could see another Rob Lucci versus Luffy fight in this arc. But because he hasn't done that, I highly doubt him beating Karakuri.
Can I interject? Can I say
Nope.
something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go
My
ahead.
whole point is like, what? Okay, so like, do y'all agree or disagree that he's gonna use a different form of Gear 4 next chapter?
I think
I
so.
agree.
I think so.
I think it's possible. So
So
yeah, I
how
can't
do
disagree
you
with that.
He
that was-
should be he should because like when in the panel when you see Luffy saying Gear 4, like he's going Gear 4, you
Yeah.
know how he usually bites his arm doesn't even have
Yeah.
hockey on it.
I said that
Like
earlier.
I
How
mean,
come-
yeah, because I had pointed it out in like I think Brago's stream when I had pointed it out, everybody else knows like, oh snap. I think Luffy's most likely gonna go and have a different form of Gear 4. Like he already shown to have a defensive form with Tank Man. Bounce Man look like it's pretty much balanced. But if he has an attack form, he should be able to beat Katakuri if it's something similar. Like he knocked that Cracker like pretty much one hit, and he should be able to. He probably won't do the same exact thing to Katakuri, but if he does something similar, it should wrap around that. Well, if Luffy knocked that third division commander with one hit, if he hits Cracker with like at least 5 or 6 of those, Katakuri, he pretty much probably would be done, and that would show that if he does fight Kaido in a one-on-one or 7 or however many it is, it's plausible that he can defeat him. Because if he can't beat first division commander, when the heck is he gonna be able to fight Kaido when he gets a time skip when Garp's training him instead of Rayleigh?
My whole point is, I just like y'all was saying, like this is what Gear 4 is seeing, and the Gear 4 that we've seen is done. How can we rate something we've never seen? If he's gonna use a brand new form next chapter, how we gonna use the accomplishments from Bound Man? We can't use those accomplishments because it's a brand new form. It's gonna do different things, right? That's what I'd assume.
Yeah.
But we can't
No,
go in here
I
saying
get it.
this ain't no way this is gonna happen when we haven't even seen what this form does.
All right.
No.
But the point that I'm making is like Luffy, if he does not has that time limit in Gear 4, I'm agreeing with you that he can take down Karakuri with a high difficulty. But because he has that time limit, no matter what form he uses, he is going to run out of Gear 4. And like judging by how durable Doflamingo is, I can say the least that Karakuri is also durable in the fight, and he's going to last much longer than Dofi. And I think the point I'm trying to make here is that if like Luffy like pulls out some new form, like let's say Fire Tank Luffy, I think that was like someone mentioned that Fire Tank Luffy being the Fire Tank Luffy being the Luffy's new form, because I agree with you, because I think Katakuri and Luffy fight is more like it is going to be more like NL and Luffy fight, where like NL's power gets nullified by Luffy's own power being like rubber against electricity. I think if Luffy goes and does a form where his body is engulfed in fire, it pretty much nullifies Katakuri's power of Mochi and melts it. But it like that power, if he can sustain it much longer and don't have that time limit, then he could beat Katakuri. But because he has that time limit, I don't think he can defeat Katakuri. I can see like he giving Katakuri a hard time, and the mirrors, like if you guys have noticed that Luffy has some mirrors in his mouth, I think he will use that to escape from the mirror world and like trapping Katakuri in the mirror world with Brule.
Okay, let me give you the point.
Wait, let me just do one thing. I just want to, because Bushido Brown made the points about Dolphy versus Luffy Gear 4, right? And I just want to make these points about it. Like, for example, right, when Luffy was fighting Dolphy in Gear 4, right, I think you're forgetting the fact that the birdcage was still active. So essentially, he had a time limit to win that fight to get rid of the birdcage. So to me, that's the biggest reason to go all out straight away. And the one thing that Luffy obviously knew is that if he uses King Kong gun and it misses, he's already wasted so much Haki. The only reason he is able to use it the last one is because Dolphy took it head on and got arrogant about it. So there's certain situations where you can see like it's just like they won't exactly go the way you're thinking, because it's not like Dolphy's gonna sit there and take a King Kong gun to the face. He took that one. He thought he could beat Luffy head on because he was being arrogant. That's different. That's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to Katakuri, if a guy can see into the future and see how like Kong gun is, unless Luffy's fast enough for him not to even be able to like react to it, essentially, which is possible. I can't doubt that. I still don't think that's enough to beat him. Honestly, King Kong gun now is just like.
Let me say that real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
My whole point was like it was some Bushido Brown said that really just made me think about it too. Like going back and looking at Fishman Island just like changes everything up too. Because if you really think about it, he was finna die in Fishman Island too. He could have went Gear 4, and he could have went Gear 4 easily and took it out. Like Oda always puts him in position where at the end of the arc he's always like on death's door. Like just because he struggled against Doflamingo doesn't mean that he doesn't like have anything else like in like saved up, because we've seen that. We've seen that when he fought against Hody Jones, he was finna die and needed Jimbei to give him the blood so he could survive. That's how the plot goes. That's just how the plot goes. Just because he's struggling and finna die against somebody doesn't mean that later on he's gonna have something else he can do. That's just how the
Yeah.
plot is. I ain't saying it's good or bad, but that's just how the plot is.
No, but we knew he could destroy the ship in Gear Third. It was not like an issue. Like it was being done. He didn't need to worry about it. But when it came to like Gear Third wasn't working against Dolphy, like if he really could have beat him quick to King Kong gun, he would have done it straight away. But you know it's too risky. Like
I'm not
sometimes
disputing that. My whole point was that like he could have easily handled that. Easily, he didn't even have to be in the position where he needed saving. That's my whole point. He didn't even.
Let me like ask you guys one thing, and to solve this, do you think Sabo can beat Dolphy without anyone's help
Yes.
on a one-on-one fight? Can
yes.
Sabo beat Dolphy?
Yes,
And I think I heard someone tell that if Dolphy wanted, he could kill Fujitora, right?
I disagree with that.
I disagree
No,
with that.
I said if he could, he would.
Yeah, if he could, but like he
That's
could not,
that's
right?
true.
He cannot like beat Fujitora,
No.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, he's still alive, so that's what I'm saying.
Okay, the thing I'm mentioning this right now is that, you know, power scale right now, I think we should look at from a power scale standpoint. If Luffy can defeat Doflamingo with high difficulty, now you have to agree that he defeated Doflamingo with high difficulty. Now Dofi is under Katakuri in power scale, and he cannot like compete with Karakuri. So Luffy will have to bring out something that is even more beyond the high difficulty that he used to beat like Doflamingo. Do you know where I'm getting with this?
Is that outside the
Thinking
realm of
that his
possibility, though?
I'm just thinking his fire form might not have been useful against Doflamingo like it will be against Katakuri. I don't know.
Yeah, imagine. Is that
Yeah, and that's
outside
the thing.
realm of possibility, though?
I agree with you guys. Like, if Luffy like shows a new form, because we have known Luffy to learn from his fights and to learn about different things. Like, he has just seen awakening from Doflamingo. He has seen awakening from Karakuri. Maybe in Wano he will awaken himself because now he sees how people do things. Because in, I think, the CP9 arc, where Luffy understood how the people were using like speed bliss, and he developed Gear Second, right? So I think I can see awakening happening after this arc. But right now, even with the new form that kind of nullifies Karakuri attack, because Luffy is already stressed out too much, I think he's going to use that new form not to beat Karakuri, but to push him enough so that he can escape the mirror world. But if Luffy beats Karakuri, like, that is something I cannot see happening in the whole Cake Island. That's all I have to say.
That's true.
After Water 7 popped up and he just gets whipped by Rob Lucci and learns how to get 2 new power ups on the way down there, that just showed me that nothing is outside the realm of possibility but one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, it's anime, and I mean, we can even see Gear 5 in like Whole Cake Island. Maybe he has Gear 5th, and he just thought that Gear 5th is not necessary for Doflamingo. Who knows?
I don't think Gear 5th. I just think different forms of Gear 4. We ain't had Gear 4 long enough, in my opinion, for us to take Gear 5. I think Gear 5, he gonna save Gear 5 for later on in the story. That's just my opinion.
Okay,
Right,
I just want to like throw away one more theory out to you guys. Now, we all know, like, from the Gear like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, like, he has been manipulating some form of his body, like muscle, bones. And you might have heard about this theory where Luffy, like, tries to adapt to his like central nervous system to like enhance his senses. I think if Luffy can do that right now, maybe in Gear 4th or not, maybe in Gear 5th, maybe, I think enhancing his senses, he can enhance his Haki. And like, basically Karakuri right now is pinpointing Luffy's attack because of his observation Haki. His observation Haki to that extent where he can just pinpoint like very casually. Like, if Luffy can attain that, I think Luffy can beat Karakuri. Like, somehow,
Alright,
like,
guys.
mess up with his central nervous system.
We're gonna wrap up the stream now because we've
Let's
got
end there.
a couple of hours. But thanks, guys. Thanks for the discussion. Like, if you're up for it, guys, we might do another one tomorrow, possibly. But unless the chapter comes out, that might be that's different. But yeah. But anyway, guys.
Oh man, I really appreciate
Yeah,
it,
man.
man.
Like, I cannot wait to see like Gear 4th Karakuri.
Yeah, of course, man. That's gonna be beefy.
I really appreciate it.
But yeah, anyway, I want to give everyone a little bit of a shout. So just say your names and stuff. So Billy Bob, Jalen, Zay, Rakion. If you've got any channels or stuff you want to plug, just say it. Or
Nah.
I'm just starting out as doing One Piece discussion videos, so you could check it out. But it's probably it probably sucks. so you don't want to check it out right now. Maybe later on.
Also
That's
like the
nice,
stream,
though.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the stream.
like the stream, subscribe, and I also want to say thanks to the Z Killer for coming through as well, even though he's gone, and Bushido Brown for coming through. But anyway, man, we're gonna have to do a side stream about this Katurkuri versus Luffy thing, like a proper one, because this is crazy, man. I can't believe people.
Go ahead,
I
man.
think no. I don't think it's
gonna
gonna be.
look back and be like, dang, man,
Like-
I ain't think Luffy gonna beat this guy.
It's not
Like,
gonna
let's
be a
wait
side
up
stream.
till the end of the whole Cake Island arc, and we'll see how Luffy do.
Exactly. It's not gonna be a side stream. It's gonna be mainstream because we're gonna have chapters on it.
True, but anyway, I still think it's ridiculous. Anyway, man, I don't think that's gonna happen. Man.
Remember, Zion is ridiculous.
Hey, Nikki. When you're trying to wrap up things, you do not start a new.
Hey, I'm about to wrap up. Don't worry, man. I just like to. I'm still in for Steve, but I'm hoping he's coming for the outro, but it might not be.
I try to message him. He's not on Discord. He's not on Hangout. So.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks again for everyone, our viewers watching. Thanks for coming through. This was quite a good discussion today about we went on loads of topics actually. So yeah, we went Conquerors, Haki, Luffy was Katurkuri, fucking loads of stuff. Whole Cake Island as an arc. But thanks for coming through. Like, subscribe. Join the Discord as well. We've got a Discord for Our Haven, so join in. We have these kind of chats regularly. So yeah, thanks for coming through. And 44, I'm gonna need your help for the outro, bro. So
All
you're
right.
gonna have to do it.
I'll try.
You have to do. You do the Our Haven part, yeah?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right, go on.
Outer Haven.
Disperse. Dun, 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 dun.